Hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Can we get a thumbs up in the chat? Anybody? Hi, Dom. Oh, first I'll go in order. Mother of Dragons was here first, very loyal. Dom is here. Hello, everybody. Shibby is going to free ball, but also, I'm kind of a professional now, so we're going to free ball and let them, hang out. Let our balls hang out. Even you girls. Free balls, free ovaries. What do you mean, come on? Can you not hear me? Hello? Check one. Check one. Check two. Oh, so you can hear me. So what are you saying? Can you guys hear me or not? Please tell me. That would be nice. I'm going to start taking wrenches away. So if I ask for a sound check, can you guys like put like a 3 thumbs up or something? Because I don't know if you're answering yes to other people or what. Okay, thank you. Also, I saw that I should watch on my StreamYard thingy. Oh yeah, I see my little guy moving. Okay, here we are. So guys, do you want to look at some stuff? Here, I'll just start with some small stuff until all my ravished fans get here. I'm gonna try and share my screen with some photos. There, I've got my screen shared. I'm going to stop it and start again because it's not showing what I want it to show. Present or invite, share screen, Windows, this dude, and let's try this again. Is this sharing now? Aha. Okay, you guys, whenever you see me farting around like that, if you can hear me and I'm having trouble, that means I need to add it to stage because once you just having it there is not good enough. So that's basically anything I'm doing is backstage. And for you guys to see, I need to put it on the stage. So first off, I wanted to show you my analytics. Check this shit out. It's actually up now to 118 subs, I think. Just getting some, this is like about 3 or 4 days ago. 8 videos, 1 short, 1 live, 10 posts, bunch of whole views and all these great viewers. 19 whole comments, 37 likes, and 2 shares. OMG. Going big. Mom's going to be so proud. And my best video is the one I got from Dana from Rotting Jewels. It's that chicken one, my fan club. Love it. So here's last night Peggy and I were talking about just stuff. Hebby, Yay, Heather Brown. Ja Rules here. Ja, Yotan, Anarch. Who else did I miss? Anyone? Oh, Mimi. Hi, Mimi. And Dino. I'm sure I said hi, but I'll say hi again. Carol. Wow. Look at all my groupies. We need a name for you guys, like everyone's got a name. So what do you guys want to call yourselves? Just Shibby's groupies, fan club, whatever you want. So anyways, we were talking about reasons why. And if you look at it, that red line along here is right on the edge of like Ron Logan's property and the trails and all that. So Delphi is in like a heavy duty flood zone. And we were just talking about, reasons why properties could be changed or, undervalued or overvalued because they're, they don't want them. They have to pay so much to get insurance. Or we were also talking about just philosophies and just throwing out ideas, nothing, concrete or no allegations, just opinions. And we were talking about like property values and who owns the properties. And so we had the Mears to the left and then Ron Logan, but then we were looking on the right side too. And there was just another family or group, another family in that property. And then beside, more to the right, is more Mears people. So we were thinking maybe or speculating that there might be a reason they'd want to acquire those properties. And also there was another property, I believe, if I'm speaking out of my butt, I'm sorry, but I believe that the one beside Ron Logan's to the right was owned for a long time by somebody, but they sold it, but they still live there. And I just thought, I've heard of situations where instead of people doing the reverse mortgage stuff and then having to take equity out of their home and spend, tons of money on compound interest over the years, they sell their home, but they make a deal with the new purchaser that they stay and rent the home, or they stay and live for free. In they knock a couple whatever off the price of the home, whatever it is. So we were just speculating that, and we were talking about the water, the Deer Creek, and how it used to be a quarry. And also, I don't know if you guys remember a somebody, it might have been Adrian from Adrian on Light in the Dark. Somebody had a video, or Meow Zedong had a video where it was about the water was like not magical, but there was some folklore to the water, or maybe some wells or something there, and that whole cave system that's really nearby. So we were just talking about that and the floodplains, and we were coming across stuff like this. There was a big flood in 2003 in Delphi, huge flood. It almost looked like the one that happened in Texas that swept away. That unfortunately the girls' camp. So I'm not saying it was that bad, but in 2003, Delphi had a flood. So if you look at the building losses just in Carroll County, because I'll go back. If you see, like Deer Creek swelled right up, and then there was damage, and the creek actually changed a bit of course, and also so it changed some of the trail systems too and all that. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah, here it is. So say that's the creek going along. That whole valley area would fill up with water. So not just the creek, like it would actually be, 20 or 30 feet, like up on people's property and stuff like that. So I thought that was wild. So it happened in 2003, and I believe again in 2005 in January 2005. So I thought that was interesting. And there was some interesting articles. In the aftermath, oh wait, this is DNR, so the Department of Natural Resources. This is written from in the Comet, Carroll County Comet, Wednesday, July 30th, 2003. DNR to delineate Delphi floodway. In the aftermath of recent flooding in Delphi, and as homeowners in the worst affected areas slowly try to recover, steps are underway to lessen the effects of future flooding. One step is data gathering and remapping by the department. So what that means is they're going to like change property lines is what I thought. So that was pretty big, I thought. Step gathering, remapping by the Department of Natural, I lost my place there. Natural Resources, DNR, of the area bordering Deer Creek that could change some construction regulations in the Deer Creek area. So there's another reason. Construction regulations, insurance, because if some people are on the right side of the line, it would be really cheap insurance versus the other ones, so. And if it changed people's properties, if you have a creek running through your property, I could guess that it would make your property more valuable. And if the creek changes direction and goes on somebody else's property, it may increase, which I have no idea. I'm just speculating, and I may be totally wrong about that. So I'll try and read chat. Do you guys like reading this? Can I get thumbs up if you want me to read a couple more of these? Because I thought it was interesting. And this is about the flooding that happened in 2003 and I believe 2005. I guess I'll just go on. So the remapping will help determine what properties are most affected by high water, depending on location in the Deer Creek floodplain. The DNR was up last Wednesday and has started the process of declaring that area as a floodplain and establishing a flood elevation for structures, said Carroll County Zoning Administrator Dale Huffler. Until now, the most recent flood hazard map indicates a narrow strip of land along Deer Creek as a floodway or floodway fringe, including about 3 properties in the Cook Street, Water Street area and Riley Park. The 1976 flood hazard boundary map by the Department of Housing and Urban Development section of the Federal Insurance Administration is the Federal Emergency Management Agency map, FEMA map, used to determine which properties require flood insurance. The map is a general guideline with little detail. The FEMA map does not have a lot of info on it, said Anita Nance of the DNR Division of Water. Area involved in the result could add restrictions to what can be built and how it can be built according to the Flood Control Act. The Act regulates various development activities within the floodway of any state waterway by requiring DNR approval prior to the beginning of the project. The DNR's regulatory authority is based on 2 key terms, regulatory flood and floodway. According to the DNR website, a regulatory flood is a flood having a peak discharge which can be expected to be equaled or exceeded on the average of once in a 100-year period. A floodway is the channel of a river or stream and those portions of the flood plains adjoining the channel which are reasonably required to efficiently carry and discharge the peak flow of the regulatory flood of any river or stream. Nance said from engineering data, if the recent flood was not a 100-year event, it was close. The new map may or may not change the areas affected, but should pinpoint it more accurately than the FEMA map and determine proper construction elevations to protect structures located there. Huffer said a permit is required for construction in those designated areas, and one permit requirement is the height a structure's foundation must stand above designated flood level, possibly 2 feet or more, depending on the DNR conclusion. At least one structure in the Water Street area is in the immediate floodway of Deer Creek and may not be allowed to be rebuilt. Delphi Mayor Lee Hurd also said that. So, oh, I think it's continued here. Master Masons of Three Bridges. So this gets interesting. I believe this is probably the rest of it. I don't know. So let's just move on. History of Deer Creek Levee. This was interesting because it talks about the Master Mason of Three Bridges. So are you guys enjoying this? You want to do something else? Because I have all those documents from last night too. So I'll start reading and I'll peek over to chat because I can't really see it as good because I'm trying to do all this overlay stuff too. So if you guys want me to keep on reading, put a 1. If you want me to move on to some of the court documents, because I have that whole 1,200 pages of like all the people and depositions and all that stuff. So a 1 if you want me to read this, or a 2 if you want me to go on to the court stuff, or 3 if you want me to do anything else, and then make a good suggestion. So the history of Deer Creek Levee. For the more historically conscious in Carroll County, and so remember, this is 2003. So for the more historically conscious in Carroll County, and more specifically Delphi, the collapse of the Deer Creek Levee from recent flooding has historical significance. The Deer Creek Levee was the right-of-way for the Fort Wayne and Logansport traction line, or more colloquially, the interurban. I don't read much lately, so I should be practicing more, but land acquisitions for that means of transportation started for 2 or 3 years prior to 1907, when on July 4th, the first cars speeded down that line for Lafayette. The interurban was a vital part of transportation history for Delphi in that it connected Delphi with all cities and towns, both north and south, including Colburn, Buck Creek, and Lafayette on the south, and Burroughs, Rockfield, and Logansport on the northeast. So again, I guess nobody's putting any numbers. So that's okay, I guess. Nobody cares. All right. I hear you. Now, where the fuck was I? Concrete work in the way of bridges and underpasses was executed by John O'Connor, the master mason of 3 bridges in the Delphi area, such as that by Canal Park. To purchase tickets for the means of transportation, one could stop at the ticket agency located at the track, in the brick building presently near the Delphi Body Works. The historical significance of the levee break is that there was an underpass in the area negotiated by Thomas Smith under the Wabash Railroad, so that Thomas might have access to his dairy farm due south of the area. The Smith Dairy was located just south of Washington Street Bridge near Hildebrand's Heating and Air Conditioning business. The underpass served both the dairy and the interurban line. The final car was sent down the interurban in 1932, which Miss Thomas Smith on board. The line faded into history due to several factors, including the construction of SR-25 parallel to the interurban, the motor bus lobby, which provided more comfortable means of transportation and improved automobiles and roads. So these guys are trying to prevent Deer Creek from flooding over. Oh, hi, Duckin' Felonies. Hello. Does anybody want the link to call in and shoot the shit, or no? Anyone would like to call in? Whatever, come up. Or I think as long as you guys are enjoying chat, that's the main thing for me. So I'm just going to take a quick pause, okay, to get a drink. 1 second. Oh my God, my coffee was perfect. So I made a coffee about 45 minutes ago and put it in one of those big Stanley cups again and kind of forgot about it. And now it's like still piping hot, but perfect. I'm just going to skim through chat again to make sure you guys are having fun. Oh, Mimi, talking about bifocals. Yeah, you know what you guys can do. What I do is, right when I turned around 50, I had 20/20 vision. And then one day I woke up and it's like I couldn't read stuff, small stuff close up. And then even a little bit watching far away on the TV or like reading, because I watch YouTube videos on my 52-inch TV, but I keep it like it's like I'm in a recliner and it's like 15, 20 feet away. So I couldn't read the little titles unless I zoomed in on Google Chrome. So what you do is I just started going to Amazon and ordering glasses. And I ended up figuring out that the cheap bifocal readers, they're like $10 and you get 3 pairs and you can get them in like bifocals. So when you look down, the bottom of the glasses is like a 3.0, really strong. So you can read your phone screen and all that. But when you look up, your TV far away, it's just like 1.0. So it just helps you a little bit see far away. So if you ever just want to go on Amazon and buy cheap glasses, try a few different pairs, but the bifocals they're great and they last for months. And then if you break them, you got 3 pairs and you can order more and they're cheap, like $10, $15, and they're good glasses. So get some bifocals of at least 3.0, and they are kind of 3.0 down low and 1.0 up top, or you can get them stronger. They have a 4.0 down low and 2.0 up top. So instead of going to the eye doctor and doing it properly, which would be wise, you can do like me, the unwise way, and just order a shitload of glasses on cheap glasses on Amazon and play around with them until you find what you like for each situation. And also I keep like a you know how you hang keys on a key rack? I made a thing beside my chair here. It's got like 6 screws on it, and I keep glasses hanging on it. So I have them from strongest, and bifocals, and then I have some for like if I'm buzzing my hair, I need like a 2.0, or if I have safety goggle, I have safety glasses. So I have it's like a key rack with just all glasses on it. I can always reach it. So, ooh, okay, there you go. So Nicole is preparing me for a flora, which I don't know too much about, but sounds interesting because Charles, Necessary Evil, is having Nicole and me on in, I'm not sure the date. I think it's in like a week or two. Nicole can drop it in chat. On Charles's channel, we're going on, and there's a fourth person, which I'm not sure if I'm allowed to announce. So Nicole, if you think I can announce that fourth person, you guys all know her. I'm sure Charles wouldn't mind. He just told me tonight, but maybe I'll wait till after. So Nicole, me, and one other person are going to go on to Charles' show and talk about flora. And I believe he said he's got some bombshell info to drop. So stay tuned, people. I mean, it's in a week or so, but if you don't line up and get tickets now, I don't know if you'll be able to make it in there, because Charles's show is it's always jam packed. So maybe talk about tentacles. Oh, the tentacles of Florida. Jeepers. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's tons of tentacles of Florida. So I never got a vote. Do you guys want me to read on this more? Because this is about the water flooding and having to do with insurance implications, the creek changing directions, and maybe kind of going onto somebody else's property and leaving another's, and all of the water management, like all the wells on the properties too. And I always felt like there was something sketchy, maybe because today's day and age, those corporate types are trying to own all those natural resources they can, like water wells and stuff. And I just like that Monsanto owning like corn genetic seeds, and you can't plant without their permission, and just weird stuff like that. So I always thought that may be involved. That's a good question, Duck and Felonies. We're talking flora, right? So who do you guys think was involved? I think maybe it could have been a bit of both, or an accident, whereas maybe the owner of the home, I won't say, this is just a theory, I'm not alleging anything, that the owner of the home just wanted to scare them and want them to move, and at the very least get them out because they were renting, and then they could sell the property or something, or get, if you're in there for a long time, if you get rid of renters, they can kind of raise the rent prices, or I'm not saying anything, but it's possible, or a bit of both. Like with them being African American, it could have been a bit of both. They wanted to scare them out of town and get them out of the house. Again, I'm not alleging anything, and I don't know, but there's definitely a lot of fishy stuff going on with that. What do you guys think about flora? Anyone? No. Well, Duck and Felonies fire that they said was, well, you think it was an accidental fire, but I saw videos where they were talking about in the kitchen and fridge area, there was cloth, like, I don't know if it was bandanas or cloth soaked in stuff, stuffed into electrical outlets and stuff like that. And a bunch of, what do they call that? The accelerants in and under the stairways. So, again, yeah, I know we're all, so yeah, slum, Duck and Felonies, that's a good, I know we're all just kind of making suggestions and not holding each other to anything. And this is my thing. I like to just make it clear with everyone. Whenever I say things, I don't like being asked if I have one theory, because I don't. I have 5 or 10 theories to everything, and maybe 1 or 2 are more likely and stuff. But so I would never want to be pigeonholed to one theory. Like, I'm not saying you guys are doing that. I just want it to be clear that we're just spitballing, and I just enjoy talking about it. And if we throw ideas off each other and make suggestions and our opinions and theories, maybe we'll see something we never saw before, or learn something was wrong, that we were wrong about something, or so again, I don't think we're not trying to change opinions or minds. I respect all your opinions. If you're being cool like you are in chat, I enjoy just throwing, like T from Criminality used to call it, freeballing, which is what I named this, freeballing. You gotta letting your balls hang out and just kind of spitballing and throwing ideas at the wall, whatever sticks, and brainstorming, bouncing off each other, and having a good time. And it's Friday night, so anybody drinking? Anybody have some fun today? Anybody have any plans for the weekend? You can talk about anything you want here. And if you're going to joke, just, sarcasm is so, I love it. I always think if you put like at least an LOL or an emoji, the more emojis I put, the more stuff I get away with. So just, you don't have to if you don't want to, but just like, if you could say like, oh, I say, Dino, you hairy, mofo, right? And then I put in a big emoji, 3 smiley emojis, 3 heart emojis, and then boom, it's okay. Mm-hmm. You don't drink or smoke. I smoke weed and play Rivals on the weekends. That's one thing I haven't done in years. Play video games. Where are you playing games? What's the way to do that now? Like on my iPhone? I don't want any games where they keep bugging you to pay money and stuff. So any of you guys do Roblox? Put your name in chat so I can send you to FBI. Your username and your real name, put it in chat if you're on Roblox, and we'll report you. Yeah, Jotan, I think you're definitely the type of guy who plays video games, right, Jotan? What would a 52-year-old guy like me do to play video games? Do I get like an Xbox or the Sony? Do they still have those out, or the Nintendo? Or do I go on sites or apps, or I even saw it on YouTube, how they're having the I see video games or something on YouTube. Are they worth playing? Dragon Age, Valgard, Duckin. So on what type of system, Yotan? Get a gaming computer. Yeah, you know what? I will, because whenever I upgrade computers, I do buy the best computer, because even if I'm not going to game, I want it to be like super fast and good with graphics. So I remember I bought an Alienware laptop about it was the one of the top of the line, but I ended up selling it. And I wasn't even a really big gamer. It looked cool, and I knew for the stuff I'm doing, like watching videos, and it would be top of the line stuff. So yeah, I like getting the best. Even on Amazon, I purchased a mini PC, and I spent like $600 or $700, and it's just came, and it's got like 32 gigs of the DDR5 RAM, and it's got like a 1 terabyte of the SD, the good stuff, the SSD or whatever they are, the good hard drives. And I just bought a Bluetooth mouse for it and keyboard, and it plugs in. It has like a dual LAN. It has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, right? But it also has the dual LAN ports. So into your router, you plug 2 LAN ports. So it's like double, one LAN port is really fast, like the wired connection, but it has 2 of them. So it's like super quick, but you can also use Wi-Fi too. But I mean, if you're near a router, you should always plug in right to the LAN port. And it has like 4 USB 3.0 ports. And you can plug 4 monitors into it directly. So I have 3 52-inch TVs hooked up to it, and another smaller monitor, like a 27-inch. So I can have my security cameras up on one. I'm sharing my screen with this one on one, and I'm watching you guys on chat on another one on YouTube. and I'm using an account that none of you know about, so you can't even block it. Because that's one thing I had trouble with when I first helped moderate seriously on my own. Was with Peggy O's channel, and there was like 500 or 600 people in the chat at one time, and I was like, and me and Louise were the only moderators. So basically, Louise was doing the StreamYard, Peggy was doing the talking on screen, and I was moderating chat. And I didn't know, two guys came in, and before they commented, they blocked me, so I couldn't see them trolling Rick Snay. So then I went and I didn't catch on the whole time, and I was wondering why everyone was fighting. I couldn't see, so they blocked me. So now, ever since I got kind of tricked like that, I always watch chat on a separate account, a sock account that nobody knows about, that I don't type about or use, and I watch chat from there. So if it doesn't match up with the regular chat, then I know you blocked me. So there's that. I forget what I was going on about, but oh, the computers, yeah. So I have all the screens, and then I have my other one. So you just plug monitors into it through the HDMI, and boom, you got this wicked computer, and you're in your living room. And if you don't want to watch TV, you switch one of them to the different HDMI source, and I got 3 52-inch monitors, and it's a computer. And my mouse, I sit here in a recliner, and I got my microphone right in front of me. So I'm going to get a camera real soon, because I know it's very easy to get a camera. It's just, it's a big step. So trust me, I will move up to that, but not just yet. Because I joked last night, I don't want to show the big pile of clothes I have on my treadmill and my other chair, and it's kind of behind me, so you'll see it. Now, what I could do is buy one of those green screens that pulls down like a 10 by 10 foot green screen and put it behind me. So then that'd be a lot easier than having to do all my laundry and make sure there's nothing weird in the background. But also, I have this wicked shelf system, and I want to do all the lighting, so I got to fix it all up. And all my RC cars are on it, so I kind of just got to fix everything up and make everything nice and presentable. Maybe dust the inches of dust off some of them, but there's that. Anyway, so I will get a camera. But the next thing for me is Heather Brown and Dino and even Nicole. Come on, call in, even if you just want to call in for 5 minutes and say hi, call in. Because I'll say in March of 2024, which was about a year and a half ago, after 10 years of silence, not even communicating with anybody and friends, just talking here in chat, but I didn't want to text or call or even talk with anyone. So, and now here I am talking on YouTube. So I didn't even, all I would do is barely, talking in live chats, but I wouldn't want to call in like I've been. But then I did it a couple weeks ago, and I called in with Amy G, and I called in on Prof's Twitch, and Dee Dee and I went on Charles's show, and it's kind of fun. And it's also, the good thing about it is you don't have to type. It's a lot easier to get your point across. So by this time in the chat now, my thumb would be sore as heck. But now it's my voice, my throat. My thumb feels great. So, you guys having fun? Any plans? Anyone want to call in? If I'm missing anything, try to get my attention, Hebs or Nicole. If you guys see something interesting in chat that I'm missing. 17 people. Wow. Like I said, Mom's going to be so proud. Where's Dee Dee? What the fuck? No Dee Dee? Where's my regulars? Any lurkers? Say hi, guys. Just throw an emoji in chat. Anything. Hit the like, too. So anyways, actually, this is a bit blurry. I didn't think these would be so blurry, these stories. So the flood of 2003. So McLean or McCain? Is that McLean? Looks like McLean. That's a weird way of spelling McLean. And then there's FEMA funds and probably lots of grants and stuff available too. So there's so many different reasons why property like Ron's, because it would have been definitely in the floodplain down low there in that little gully valley type bowl situation. This guy's guilty of something, allegedly, in my opinion. I don't know what just yet, but we do a deep dive on this guy. I'm sure we're going to find something. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. See, I have a banner at the bottom, so I can't be held accountable for anything dumb I say, I hope. Delphi addresses the levy plan. 1 second. Gonna grab a drink. Come on, guys. Are you guys not watching chat for me? Thanks. Oops. I just outed myself. I used my other account. Shit. Okay. Foster's me. You caught me. Damn it. See, strawberry alarm clock, you screwed it up again, which I'm sure you're a Mustang. Listen, Mustang, you're done. I'm done with you, Mustang. So don't come in, ruin my chat ever again. If anybody sees Mustang in here, any accounts, just get rid of it because I'm not having it. Foster P6K is pissed, and that's me. Damn it. See, you made me ruin my super secret account. Now I have to make another one after tonight. So instead of saying hi, strawberry alarm clock 60 comes in. I hope you block Charles too, Shibby. No, Charles was being very reasonable last time, and I'm not getting caught up in this. Charles was being reasonable in Amy G's. And actually, before I flipped out and left, which I feel terrible about. And I mean, it happened. But anyways, I'll talk about that another day. Charles was being very reasonable, and Mustang, you were warned. You've almost screwed up the last 6 or 7 live streams chats I've been in. So, I mean, how many warnings can you give a person? I thought you'd changed. I was trying to really be nice with you. But again, even last night in my very first good live stream, you went and scared Skip Jansen off because you assumed it might have been a fake one and just started spouting shit off. So you've been very irrational lately. And I'm not sure if I'm going to give you any more chances. So see what you're doing. You've already side railed me here too. I mean, if somebody blocks you, just go away. I mean, if I get blocked, I don't come in another account and start whining and stuff. I just go find somewhere you're wanted because I don't want that kind of division in my chats or any chat I'm in. I mean, it's one thing to take a jab at each other, but it's another thing to just keep going and saying you're not going to do any more. And then in that same comment, throwing in one last jab in. So again, if you guys see Mustang, I don't want her here with that attitude. Delphi addresses a levy plan. Darren Lair of 210 Water Street asked Delphi City Council September 15th meeting for help in solving an ongoing problem with the levee that breached during the flood of 2003. I'm not angry. I'm frustrated, Lair said. I'm completely thankful for the help I have received. The city of Delphi has been wonderful, but according to Lair, the levee has not been adequately shored up to prevent another breach, and he is concerned because the city does not maintain the area. Locally, there's just not enough money to do it. Delphi Mayor Lee Horde explained, if we had the money, we'd fix that levee the way it should be, he added. I think something needs to be done. I have a house that I don't want to live in, and I can't sell. So yeah, I mean, he probably, before FEMA declared this and that, it might have been worth a lot. So once you get declared a major floodplain or whatever, sure, it drops the price of your house, and then you're paying 10 times much for insurance. And yeah, house I cannot, and I can't sell. No one wants to buy it. I'm in a bad spot, Lair commented directly to council members. We haven't forgotten you, Horde stated. I'll make a commitment to you to look at the situation and try to get it resolved. I would be happy if the city would rebuild the weak parts and maintain the levee, Lair said in a follow-up conversation with the Comet. There were no department reports rescheduled for their Thursday evening meeting. However, Delphi Municipal Airport Manager Brian Sturm reported that the airport runway closed due to asphalt damage has not reopened. Milestone Contracting was scheduled to finish the repair to the runway, could be open by September 17th. And that's another thing with these guys and floods and stuff being awarded government contracts afterwards too. And there's so many angles money could come into play here with the construction, with the creek changing directions, property lines changing, flood zones being declared, and then the whole historical society wanting to have the area for the trail system and the bridge system, which always bugged me because, again, they say they received $1.4 million to refurbish the bridge. And when I look at that, I swear to you, anybody have an opinion on that? How much do you think they put in to do what they did on the trails? Even, they added some nice wood structures and cameras. And I mean, the bridge, they add some flooring and some railings. But I mean, they didn't really do anything major, in my opinion. They made it safer, except for the fact that if it is public property and you wanted to walk across the bridge, now you have to climb a railing. So, because we were talking about that last night, the bridge is publicly owned, that whole strip. So, I mean, I'm sure they could have declared it unsafe because of its condition, but it is weird how they had it there. And before all this happened, kids were just walking on there, and yeah, it should have probably been cordoned off or railings or something. Because yeah, it was completely not safe how it was. There were ties missing, and some of them didn't look very strong, and no railings. I mean, jeepers. I mean, if you look at the city bylaws and stuff, I'm sure you can't even have a railing around a 4-foot deck. You have to have a railing like on a 4-foot high deck, So to think that they left that bridge wide open like that is pretty wild. But anyways. Right, Hebby, yes. $6 a nail. But yeah, I mean, this was before all that stuff too, though, like the Ukraine stuff and COVID stuff. So I'm guessing, yeah. But yeah, it would have been expensive. But I mean, I can't see the stuff they did to that bridge and the trails and the wood stuff, and even including the paving it or whatever. I can't see them spending more than $100,000 in my opinion, and then making off with the rest of the money. Or if I'm not even sure how much they claimed they spent. But in just a thought, just making conversation again, freeballing. But yes, Habby, yeah, it is expensive now, especially if you want to get the good the good galvanized steel. The deck screws are expensive, yes, because they need to be weatherproofed, and the good wood has to be outdoor ready and treated lumber. Yeah. So what happened? Oh yeah, Noe. Carol, tell Noe we all say hi, and we're thinking of him and hope he's doing well. And I enjoyed watching him on Alex and seeing him keep his mind going with all the drawings he's doing. And it looks like he's planning on YouTube stuff and doing. Look at him; he's in prison or whatever, and he's doing more stuff than many of us on YouTube. Getting Dee Dee helping him and Alex to put stuff up. So I mean that's pretty neat. And he's drawing and writing. So he's got more spunk than most of us, and he's all locked up. And so, anybody know why Prof didn't go live tonight, or even say what happened? And then I contacted Dee Dee, and she didn't say anything. So, oh, great! Heather, you are amazing. That's another good point. Yes, they'll. Great point, Heather. Because I had a situation like that too, where the government had to purchase something, and they purchased it for a ridiculous price, and it was a scam because the people they got it from were related to them. So it's like, yeah, they would agree to pay a price they wouldn't usually pay, and I forget what it was. It was a big controversy somewhere that the government had to acquire 20,000 tests of something or something, and the person they bought it from was a family friend, and the test, you know, they agreed to pay a crazy, ridiculous price. So it was basically a scam. Great point, Heather. Wow. Beautiful and smart. Oh my goodness. My main mod, Heather Brown. So you guys better be nice to Heather. She's got the power of what is it called again? Let me check. Let me check. Anyways, Heather is like a super moderator, not just a regular moderator. So, Abby, you lay down the law and do whatever you ever need to do. You have full permission to disappear anyone. Okay, so guys, I'll just gonna skim through this again, and then we'll look at the all those court documents. Emergency food stamps. Flood. Oh, this is a good one. Flood insurance. It's required. Actually, that's a lot of numbers. So I don't feel like reading. Do you guys enjoy this or having fun? You're here, so that's a good sign. And I think I've lost one person, but let's see. Bridge. Page 1. Bridge. One sec. I'm just going to pause and drink. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I'll show you what I was doing. I'll take a quick little break from this, and I'll show you what I was. Here, let me put something. I'll just stay here for a second. The other night, so like when T came in, Teresa, criminality. I was like, I didn't have myself up on stage, so you couldn't hear me. So every time you heard those lyric noise sound effects, was me. Like I introduced criminality and said superstar, you know, something funny and neat. And I did this. Then I what else did I say? Like I was excited and that I was nervous and my heart was beating really fast, like ready to pop out of my chest for T from criminality. So every time you heard those, I was talking in between, but all you guys were hearing was the sound effects. So, oh, Hebby, this is a good one. Ready? This will be called the Heather Brown. Okay. Anytime you guys want to hear the Heather Brown, you just tell me to play Hebby's. What are these called? Hebby's sound. Ready? That's for Heather Brown. And Hebby, I have one for Dino. If you want to hear Dino's, here's Dino's. And this will be for when I get rid of a troll. So tell me, when we get rid of a troll, it's called bounce. So that means we're getting rid of a troll. And then there's a gong. Prof plays the scream, this guy, Scream Man. And then there's punch. It's really short. Punch. And there's drum roll. I want more of the like, ba-da-ba. Like when you make a bad joke, you're like, that to me sounds more like, you know, Pink Panther type of thing when they're like a Inspector Gadget screwing up investigations, or Kathy Shank is on the go here. Inspector Kathy Shank. And what else is there? So there's more. I can go look. Oh, I got to start paying money if I want to add more. So fuck that. So of this, you guys want to hear the different songs? That's kind of an outro. That's acoustic for outro. This one's called Dance Pop. Prof plays it all the time. And this one's called Daydreaming. I'm not a big fan of this one. Oh, actually, no, I kind of am because I like the beat. Do you guys like to play around? Or afterwards, I could do this and show you the other thing I was doing, which was the non-confidentiality, like all those court stuff. So if you guys have it, do you want me to put the thing in chat? So I'll put it in chat. How do I hide this chat community? Oh, oops. Oh, I did the wrong. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I shared what? How did I do that? It said I shared my referral stream. Oh, I was caught. I did the wrong one. Here, this. Sorry. So that link will get you to this document, which is Fox 29, and it's 1,200 pages. So the 1,200 pages of stuff is all on that link, and you can just download it. It's a PDF file, so you can just download it and skill through it. But I opened it on in the browser of Google, so I can. I think it looks better. Oh, I'm not even. You guys aren't seeing that, are you? Wait, let me get rid of that. I'm sorry. Good thing I saw that. I'll get rid of the photo stuff for now. And let me reshare. Sorry. Share screen, Windows, this one. Aha. Look at this, guys. There. And then I'll get rid of myself so it's even bigger. Myself. Boom. So you guys hear me? And my mic is on. I'm on stage, so I'm guessing. Can you give me 3 thumbs? Make sure you can hear me so I can keep it full screen like this. Because I usually like to see my my photo, like that circle around. You can tell when you're talking. But okay. So Nicole, I asked Nicole to put, yeah, there you go. Yeah, put in 3 thumbs, and Nicole types, yep, we hear you. And then she puts in 3 pasty white thumbs. But Heather beat you, so no wonder Abby's my main mod. Nicole is jiving me up here, psyching me out. I'm only kidding. Nicole, you're awesome. Did you guys look through this stuff? Because there's lots of great stuff here. This was, oops, I'll zoom back out a bit. Sorry. This was, so something good was redacted here. And then it goes into this because it looks like this carried on from. And this was talking about Elvis's mom molesting him as a child. And I'm not sure if you guys noted in here, Elvis, as an adult, his wife or whatever, or his ex-wife, used to tell that Elvis used to go to the washroom with his mom as an adult. So let me see if I can find that. So this is talking about Elvis chasing his kids around outside with a shotgun and stuff. Ooh, this was another thing. Elvis Fields has numerous Facebook pages. One, his current page, he has 5,000 friends. Approximately 75% of these friends are young Filipino and Asian girls. So that's basically 3,750 of his 5,000 friends were young Filipino and Asian girls. Hmm. Yes. Yes, Nicole, you put in those pasty white thumbs, you know. Everyone's got a yellow thumb, and you're putting in pasty white ones. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Nicole, have you seen anything interesting in here you want me to look at? Because did you guys see the part where Elvis went to the bathroom with his mom as an adult? They used to go to the bathroom together. So I'll find that. It can't be, it's in here somewhere. Yeah, Elvis chased his 16-year-old, I guess, daughter out of the house with a knife, yelling that he would kill any African American. Oh, here it is. Jennifer stated that she found it odd early in their relationship that Elvis and his mother would go to the bathroom together. So he's married, and he would go to the bathroom as his mom. She claims Joyce told her years ago that Elvis's mother would perform oral sex on him when he was a young child, which she should be in jail for if that happened. But again, it looks like it's from a third party. I guess they thought it's in these court documents, so obviously something to it. Again, it must be all alleged. Peggy O's here. Wow. Hey, Peggy. Considering you're the one who told me to go live, and you just kind of straggle in here an hour and 6 minutes late. Peggy, what's the excuse? Yeah, it's good to see you. Yada, yada, yada. What's your excuse for being late, Peggy? Better be good. Nicole's on page 519. Is there something good there, Nicole? I can go. I'll scroll through, but if you want me to go straight to 519, let me know. And damn, I haven't talked this much in years. That's kind of fun again. All women. Oh, Yotan. Is Yotan still here? Yotan, you're going to have to help me handle all these babes. Dino's probably out drinking his cheap Milwaukee swag beer. At the big he goes to a bar that's got cool, like it's like going to a guy's garage almost, but it's huge. But it's like got cars, and it's like Mustang cars all over the place, and like like an automobile related type of bar. Abby, you've seen that? Or have you been there, Abby? To that bar that's like Dino showed us? It's got the Mustang. I'm not even sure what it's called, but it's got cars everywhere, and it really look cool. Even though I'm a Chevy guy, I like Camaros. I have owned a few Mustangs, and I do respect them. I mean, I don't hate Ford and Mustangs, but I just prefer Chevys, Corvettes, and Camaros. Abby, have you been to that Mustang bar Dino goes to? Let me know in chat. Also, Abby, last week you sounded pretty excited on coming on. Oh, on the way to the casino. Yeah, Abby likes that casino, eh? I'd never go to casinos, so maybe I'll come over to Wisconsin and go there. But again, I will go and just have fun. I don't, and then leave within a couple hours. I don't want to sit there and think I'm going to come out ahead. Abby, how many times have you gone to the casino, and how many times have you come out ahead? Because I'm sure you've probably left with much less than you went in more times than not. But it is fun. I know. I mean, I'm not cutting it. I would never cut anybody as long as you're doing it. Like, it's fun. It is fun. I totally get it. It's like going to an arcade as a kid. And as long as people don't get too hooked on it, where they think they're going to be, they get their paychecks. Because I used to know guys I'd work with, and Friday nights, Thursday nights we'd get paid or whatever, and then Thursday at midnight we get paid, and then Friday after night shift at 1 a.m. we used to get off at like 5 a.m. So when we get off at 1 a.m., if you go in a hurry, you can get to the bars and all that stuff. So they'd get to the casino, and I guess they're open all night, so you didn't have a time limit. But getting off at 1 when you're usually off at 5 a.m., and then they had all their paychecks, so they would go and completely blow it at the casino, which really kind of upset me, because they would go there thinking they're going to make money. And I was like, if you go realizing it's fun and entertainment, I'm totally down with you. But just don't get hooked on it and let it ruin your life and think you're going to, just one more time, I'm going to come out ahead. And that kind of disappoints me, because today's casinos are so stacked against you with all the technology and cameras and even those old what is it called when you pull the arm? Forget those machines, slot machines. They're all computers, pretty much. So, oh, that's cool, Hebs. I'm not saying. I know you'd have fun. So, if I ever get out to Wisconsin, you and I will go and just spend just instead. Oh, leave our bank cards and stuff in the car. We'll bring in like a couple hundred cash each, and then no bank cards or nothing. Because then I know I get a couple drinks in me. I'll start doing something dumb. So I'll just have cash, and when it's gone, and then we'll just get out of there. So I'm losing people here. I got 11 people. Oh no. Peggy, did you see my whole thing on the I was doing stuff. I was talking about the whole first hour. I was reading stuff from the levee and all that water stuff we were covering last night. If you're still here, Peggy, and you wanted me to kind of go, I took screenshots of that Meow Zedong video. It's very interesting, Meow Zedong's video. I'll put it in chat so you guys can watch it after. It's a great video. I'm just getting the link for you. I can't find it. I'll just go to her page, I guess. Here we are. Videos. Man, she got a lot of videos. Here it is. It's called Delphi Deer Creek Research Deep Dive. So on Meow Zedong, her YouTube channel, it's a 23-minute video. It's all about Deer Creek and the flooding and stuff. So I thought it was very interesting. Now I can't get into my own live stream. Why is that? So why can't I go into my own live stream on my iPhone? This is weird. Oh, we got new people. Becky B. Hello, Becky B. Welcome. Have I been shadow banned? Link. Oh, I'm not writing the chat. I mean, do you want to come up? Oh my God. Is that what you want to link to? Or link to the video I'm talking about? Even Nicole laughed out loud. That was mean. Sorry. I wasn't reading chat, guys. Sorry. Mm. Here's a link if anybody wanted to call in. So Becky B's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Nicole, I'm not sure. It's like it's my fault because I'm asking you questions and I'm waiting for the response in chat, but then I kind of get distracted, forget I even asked you. So if you guys had something in those documents, Nicole, that you wanted me to put up on the screen, let me know because I have all 1,200 pages here. Yeah, why was there no prof tonight? Do we know? As I messaged him on even last night, I asked about Twitch and nothing. So I hope he's okay. I'm sure he is. He does this every now and then. Becky B has been cool. She's been around a lot. I'm gonna have to put her in my fan club. I'm gaining groupies. There's lots of room in wShibby's fan club because there's hardly many people there. So I'll just gonna skim through, and if anybody wants to call in, it's there. If not, I don't need you. I'm not saying call in to fight because I need somebody, but if anybody wanted to say anything, let me know. That creepy photo again. You know what? I wrote a note of stuff to do. It was just Todd Click's letter. I put read docs and invite guests, which I've already done. Skip, where's Skip? Skip Jansen or Skip? Am I looking at StreamYard? Yeah. Why? I'll be president of your fan club. That's Habby's spot. You can be vice president if Habby lets you. Skip. What does that mean, Peggy? Skip. Are you looking at StreamYard? I see StreamYard. I'm kind of reading on YouTube though because I don't have StreamYard. Well, I do have StreamYard chat here, but I don't like the chat in StreamYard as much. It doesn't look as good. It has weird backgrounds and that. I don't see anybody. How am I supposed to know? If somebody tries to call in, I put the link in. I don't see them. Do I have to answer somewhere? Because nobody's calling. Nobody's backstage. Because oh shit. No, I don't think she is. Peggy, I don't see, because it would usually show. I put the link in, right? So if somebody clicks that link, And then if they're, wouldn't they be here for me to click on? They'd be backstage. So nobody's backstage, if that's what you're asking me. Okay, good night. Oh, Peggy, I'm not ignoring you. Oh, I didn't check my Discord. I don't you be difficult. I don't see any. You're not on stage. I sent the link, and don't you need to come backstage for me to do anything? Like, I don't know what you're saying. I put the link in chat, and you're not backstage. So what am I to do? Hmm. Oh, so Peggy, come on now. She was behind. How far? How many minutes were you behind watching on YouTube? Ah, how far behind were you? That's the second time I put the link in. Although I did hear my Discord going off and I didn't check it. So that would have helped if I replied earlier. Anyway. Ooh, this is affidavit of, I covered this last night. Oh, and this is the one about, this is Tony Liggett, Greg Ferenczi emailed Tony Liggett, and he CC'd Murphy and Kevin. And this was about Brad Holder going to the gym at 2 a.m. So, Tony, here's a post from Holder's Facebook page that he has since deleted. I'm not sure if when they stated he checked in to Anytime Fitness at 2 p.m. on February 13th, 2017, they didn't actually mistake it for this post, where he actually checked in at 2 a.m. on February 14th, 12 hours after the murders. Although I suppose it is possible that he went to Anytime twice in 12 hours. Now, we were talking about this the other night, and oh, wow, you were that far back, Peggy? Oh my God, that was like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. Anyways, somebody in chat mentioned last night. Now, do you guys know the Facebook check-in stuff? Do you have to actually be there, or can you just say you're there? Or isn't it location GPS dependent? Because that would be weird if he's saying he's at the gym when he's not. And Peggy and I were going all over that Facebook posting, which I forget which page it was. Probably 95. Yeah, this one here. This is hold. Oh, so Brad Holder. Now, some screenshot this is, because all this is letters and you can't even see his Wi-Fi, his signal strength and all that. So, like, as if somebody would, why is it so blurry? Like, any screenshot on a phone is not this blurry. Why can't we see the time? Have you ever had somebody send you a screenshot, even the shittiest phone, and it not show you the time? So these people are messing with people, because all these numbers underneath would, tell a story. You can't even see all of it. So how is this, like, come on. This is what they send in a court document? The screenshot can't be this blurry. Why are we receiving this horrible. Oh yeah. Mustang chased off Skip. And I mean, Skip's a good guy. And I also, if Skip, if you ever hear this, I didn't mean to suggest that you only had 40 subs. I meant in a way of like, you're such a big name in this. I thought you would have more, but not that you're like only have 40. I was surprised because of how big a name you are in this Delphi community. So it wasn't a dig. I mean, you're an awesome guy. I'm glad you were here, and I'm sorry somebody chased you off because that was very rude of them. Anyway, so yeah, like Brad Holder checked in to work out anytime in Logansport. Well, I probably won't get anybody to work out with me at 2 a.m., but I'm hooked. My energy and testosterone is through the roof right now. So look at this, man. This is horrible. Like a screenshot that we can't see the time. So they blurred it up or something. They just don't want people knowing when it was sent or received or when he actually or anything. This is the person that did it because it was that guy. What's his name again? Oops, I went the wrong way. This guy, Boucher or something. Ryan Boucher. One sec. Peggy is backstage. One sec. Peggy 15. Peggy, is that you? It says Peggy 15. I'm not answering just yet. Peggy, I need you to give me a thumbs up. That's you in chat. Why does it say Peggy 15 -15? Well, I'm not going to answer until I get. Oh, because you added that name yourself. Oh, it's her. Okay, I thought somebody was playing a trick. Like I could picture a troll doing that, and then because Crime Night did it once. They would need to connect their mic before you can add them. So Peggy, you need to connect your mic before you can add them to the stream. I'm clicking on you and it says they will need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to the stream. So go in your StreamYard test and make sure your mic is working, or in your computer settings to make sure it's the default device that your mic that you want to use has default. It says Peggy-15. They will need to connect their mic before you can add them to the stream. I'm going to take a quick drink here, so. Okay. I wonder if it'll tell me. So Peggy's rushing around now. I can feel it. She's trying to run around, figure out why her mic's not working. No hurry. I'll read this a bit. I'm a 42. So this is the guy, if you don't know, Ryan Boucher is the one in the very beginning, a couple months after, in like and before April, no, he's on May 9th. Yeah, so a couple months after, this guy was screenshotting all of Brad Holder's social media stuff. So this Ryan Boucher was on to something. This is page 87. It's right there on top, Nicole. Nicole, don't you, Nicole, it's right here. It says 87. You noodlehead. Do you guys like noodlehead? I like calling people noodlehead. It's like a loving kind of term, like a jab. It's like silly kind of insult, but in a loving way. So if I call you a noodlehead, it's a good thing. Page 87. Or Abby's nickname is Peanut Head because when Dee Dee was making the shirts up for Heather, she kept removing the background of Abby's photo, and there was one that she was going to put on the front of the shirt, and it looked like Abby said, I thought it looked weird, and Abby said it looked like her head was shaped like a peanut. So I started calling her Peanut Head Abby because when you remove the background, it just didn't look right, and her head was shaped like a peanut. So Abby is Peanut Head Abby, but also Abby has Herbie, Herbie, my love bug. So that's when I put in the chat, a car with the smoke and a heart and a bug. So Herbie for that, and I'd go beep beep. Or there's that, gee, Hebby, you've got a lot of ones for me. And there's the good one of for some reason I can't get into my own live stream on my iPhone. So no, I'll switch accounts and I'll go in as the other guy. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't do that because you guys may have forgot who he was. So I don't know if Peggy she's backstage, but I can't click on her because her mic is not connected. So if you guys see Peggy, when you are ready, put it in the thing. Or I could get rid of this. Oh, you're gone. She left. Oh my gosh. I'm down to 117 subs. So people are unsubscribing. I had 118 or 19 earlier. Nine people watching. Oh my gosh. I should change. I should start doing something. Ooh. I don't remember this picture. Elvis's? The brass knuckles and knives? Wow. Oh, no. Brad Holder's page. Is that brass knuckles? Why are they so blurry? Like, do you guys think anything weird of that? That's so blurry? Like, it looks like this has been like they scanned something that's been folded in half a bazillion times. And then they scanned it at a really low resolution. Like, how is this so blurry in official court documents? Elvis's arrowheads. Like, look at this. It's been folded. Again, I don't want to go conspiracy, but I mean, it's almost like anytime they could try to make it harder for people, because how do we know this isn't covering some important dates and that? As if the guy would send a screenshot, blurry. Any smartphone, the shittiest smartphone, is not screenshotting something this blurry. So it's something the courts did. What song is that, Becky B? I'm legally blind. I got it in my head, I think, too, but I can't. I don't have it all in my head. What song is it? I'm legally blind. Sounds familiar, but so Becky B said, now I start hearing the mix song whenever I hear anyone say, I'm legally blind. Oh, Prof's mix? Okay. Oh, yeah, the scream. Legally, okay. Duh, I knew that. I wonder if that's in the sound effects. Again, Prof probably pays for. Oh, I could add stuff too. Yeah, he probably added something, and he's a musician, so. But it's not in the free stuff, so. This is my favorite. I'm legally blind. Oh my God. Hide your kids and hide your wives. Clip that, bitch. Anyway. Heavy. Here's what's happening with this live stream. Oh, wait. Ooh. Oh. Okay, here. So, how about this? So, a guy falls off the building, or a guy is walking along a. He's he's walking on the edge. He's walking near a railing, and there's a big. He's supposed to pay attention, right? So then he walks by and he sees Heather and Nicole kissing, and he goes, and he falls over the ledge. And then he splats on the concrete. So Hebby and Nicole are kissing. Dude is doing like when you're doing the rubbernecking and watching not the road where you should be walking. Then he hits the railing. Oh wait, maybe he does. Maybe he bounces off the ground first, and then so he falls and hits a trampoline. Oh my God, that's ridiculous! And then he splats. Anyways, well, we lost Peggy. which is I can see her either she found something better to do, which is more pretty very likely, or she oh, here she is. And she's got a picture. Oh my.
Hello.
Hello. What
I
are you
have no
doing?
idea how that happened, but it just,
Hmm.
my microphone settings was just being blocked, so I had to figure out where the hell that was.
What browser do you use?
So I wanted to use Chrome
Hmm.
because Safari doesn't work very well in StreamYard. Because
Right.
last time I was on, when I went out of the tab, it just completely disconnected. So, anyhow.
You know, sometimes when you download or they update, they try to steal back the defaults. You
Mm.
know, are you on a Windows computer or Mac?
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh, is it an iPhone or an Android?
It's an iPhone.
Oh, oh, okay. I've never really gone on with iPhone.
Yeah,
Cool.
if you try to go through Safari, it doesn't work very well. It's not that compatible.
So, how do you get on here then? Are you just on YouTube?
No, so what I did was I took the link and copied it and pasted it into the Chrome browser
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
my default browser is Safari.
Hmm. Yeah, you can switch that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Cool. Um, did you want to do anything? There's lots of cool stuff here, right? In these documents.
Yeah, I was pretty much behind. Sorry about that. I was like,
No, that's okay. I was
people in the
wondering what you were
chat were
saying.
probably like, "What is she
Yeah.
commenting about?"
I'm gonna go back to your comment because you were giving me shit first, right? About something. Oh, you're giving me shit about am I ignoring you?
Well, because Mino Dino couldn't see me the other day. And I'm
Oh,
like, what's going on with that? I think I got like
no,
punished. I think I'm in YouTube jail.
no, not here, never. Why? What?
No, no, no. Like it with YouTube. I think they put me, you know how they have this, you can sort by top and then all.
Oh, oh yes.
And I guess, and this hasn't been completely validated, but from what I've heard and my research on Reddit, is that YouTube does shadow ban, but not in the same way as other people do. So, like people that are not in that top account where you have to
Oh,
sort it, they
right.
become like kind of hidden in a way. I don't know if that's
Um,
true or not, but I'm wondering if something like that's going on.
one second, 1 second. We have an announcement. Sunflower Lola has entered the building. She's in chat. Hello, everyone. Say hi to Sunflower Lola, a fellow Canadian.
Hi, welcome.
And yeah, so oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. Now, do you know if there's a way to set it so because every time, like 10 times a show, especially when I'm doing moderator stuff, I have to go check out somebody's channel. If I close the chat down and come back, it resets itself to top chat. Like, is there a setting and
Mm-hmm.
is there a setting that makes it stay in
Oh, did you
live?
did you change the setting within YouTube? Because you can do it per live stream where you can have it default to all chat. So what you
Now,
do is you go into, go ahead. Sorry.
are you saying about me as the person running this live stream or any live stream I enter?
No, it would be in your YouTube studio, so it would be associated to this live stream. So if you go to your YouTube studio, when
Hmm.
you can like edit the live stream, usually prior to that, and
Mm,
have it all the way. You have to keep on like expanding all the arrows. And
mm.
then like towards the bottom, there's an area where it will say top, and you click it, and then you default it to all chat.
How about I try that now?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm in my page, customized channel.
Hmm.
Yeah, it says view. I'm in studio.
Okay.
So
So,
you know settings. The
so
settings.
yeah, go into like this video.
Uh, oh, into the video.
Yeah, like the
Oh,
this.
like it's oh. I know what
Mm-hmm.
you're
It's
saying.
tied
Yep,
to
yep.
that. So you got to do it like every time.
As it's running, I wonder if we can do it too. This will be a good experiment because I, let me see. Yep, I see it. No, this will be neat to know. Oh, yep, I gotta switch to the live. Yeah, I see it. So streaming software, public. So if I click, oh, there's edit, details, analytics, view in live
I think
control
it's
room,
I think it's
options,
no, I think it's in the first one you said. Edit.
edit. Or no, it says details, but it has that little edit pen. I'm clicking it. Okay, I'm in it. What if I screw
Okay,
something up?
and try
Well,
to
can
scroll. I don't think so. We'll find out.
I? We will. If this shuts down, I guess we'll never see you again. No.
No, I won't be invited back. No, just kidding. So yeah, try to like go
No.
all the way towards the bottom.
Yeah. Show more. Or show more.
Yeah, I think you might have to expand one of those arrow things. Could you share your screen right now or no?
That's dangerous
Okay,
because I
okay,
watch
gotcha.
lots of weird stuff on YouTube. And luckily, the other day, I was sharing my screen, and I got a notification on YouTube. But luckily, it didn't
Oh.
show it because it was like one of those websites. Not a. It was a YouTube channel
One of those
that had to
websites.
do with. No, it wasn't. It was a YouTube channel that I subscribed to about it. Basically, it's yoga and stretching. That's all I'll say. It was
Okay.
a kind of a, and I would have been really
I don't know if
embarrassed.
that makes your case better.
No, it doesn't. I'm horrible. I watch yoga stretching, and I don't stretch. Actually, it does look. Yoga looks really great. I would actually really like to do yoga.
Yeah,
Just the move.
yoga's hard actually. It's
I've
a
never
lot
done it.
harder than it looks.
I think it would be great, especially that hot yoga. It'd be good to get a good sweating in. I can't. There's nothing in here. It just says the comments, and it says comments are on. Moderation is basic, and sort by. Top. Okay, so if this is the one. If I switch to newest, it'll
Yes.
be.
Yes. Uh-huh.
But I'm saving it now. Let's see what happens. I just saved it. Oh my God! I assumed that meant the comments underneath, not the comments in a live stream. So
You
you
know
think
what?
now?
You might be right. I just know that that's where that
Hmm,
that is. So we'll find out. Can now more
yeah.
people see me? Should I type
Oh,
something?
yeah, no. I don't think it's like that, but I guess yeah, maybe it is. I don't even know. Anyways,
Yeah, that's like the
yeah,
only
this
area where I see you can like set it to do something.
and that's another thing, yeah. Did you say or somebody told me that um it's up to me to set it so I see uh names instead of handles? Or is that
Mm-hmm.
something YouTube does? I thought YouTube is just doing that
You can do that, I think.
in StreamYard before I do the stream.
No, it's not in StreamYard, it's in the studio as well. In the
Hmm.
settings. So go to your all the way to like the bottom left and click on the settings. And then it's somewhere in there
Hmm.
where you would then default it to not, display by name.
Wow. So all this time, why is it changed by itself? Is YouTube doing something? Because I remember it happened like a month ago or 2 months ago, and then it stopped, and it started happening again in
Hmm.
every chat I went to, not just mine.
Yeah, I think they did an update and it probably
Hmm.
reset it.
So I'm in there. What was it again? The general channel upload permissions, community regulation, comments are on, moderation is none,
Ooh, that's not
viewer
good.
posts. Should I switch? Why? What do I need moderation for? I got Hebby here.
Yeah,
Hebby's
but
like a
you can have possibly somebody put something really bad in there.
Oh,
And if it's not
well,
caught,
it
you know
says
what I'm saying?
it says
Even if you
basic.
have a moderator, yeah.
It says moderation is basic for
Mm-hmm.
comments and posts. So, and messages in your live chat is none. Should I change that to basic? It says don't hold any messages in live chat. Do you think I should hold them if they're
No, I think that's where you would then put like keywords in there. Like if you wanted to put a bunch of words that you're blocking, I
right?
think
Yeah,
that's
that's
hand
below it.
in hand with that. I'm not positive though.
Mm.
But I think I have
Messages
both
in
of
your
mine
live
on
chat.
basic or something.
Hold potentially inappropriate. Yeah, because then Abby's going to have to decide. Yeah, it's going to have to decide if she lets it go. I'll leave it empty for now because I don't even know I'm doing this because I should do this at a different time. I
Yeah.
got you here and I'm distracted with this.
No, it's
I'd rather
okay.
talk with you.
Yeah,
So
I can help you tomorrow if you would
sure,
like. Okay,
yes, I would
that
like
sounds
that.
good.
All right. So do you want to stay or you want to go?
Yeah, stay. What
Okay,
are you
okay.
working on?
I'm just going through. Look, can you see the screen? Oh,
Yeah, but it's hard for me to see it because I'm on my
I
phone.
have.
But
Well, now I have the
what is that
1,200
document?
pages up.
Oh, it's the whole thing?
I have it all. Yep.
Okay. But
Ooh,
what specific section are you on? Like what oh, the landfill, the Brad Holder
I'm
stuff?
gonna.
I see it.
Oh shit! Sorry, you don't
It's
now.
okay.
Give it a. No, I just clicked it. I'm I'm in StreamYard, so I want it to be just the document. So how do I do that? I want to get rid of it.
Remember that I was trying to figure that out
I got it. It's
yesterday.
just a big square rectangle.
Hmm.
Ooh, how does that look with our faces underneath? Give it a second because I just did it like that. That's not bad, eh?
Here, let me press play.
Because it doesn't change the size of the full screen document. I might as well leave it like that. Because I do like being able to see when I'm talking. I like to be able to see that circle move. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
That looks good, eh? Because then you know when you're
Yes, I
talking,
think it looks good.
and you see how I'm full screen because I'm sharing my screen. You know, as this
Mm-hmm.
is a Google browser. See the Google browser, right? So I'm not doing it through StreamYard. So this is
You're
cool.
sounding like Rayman right now.
I am. I do, eh? Yeah, Dad lets me drive the car on the driveway. Yeah. So I'll go through, and if you see anything interesting,
Okay, cool. Thank you.
you know what I was commenting about is like it's almost like they intentionally gave us shitty copies because why aren't we seeing the bags under this guy's eyes? You know, and so I guess if you're watching through YouTube, you're going to be a bit behind, right?
No, I put it yeah, I am
Oh, you're
watching
doing.
through YouTube. I am. But I can switch over.
You don't have to, but I think you'll be a few seconds. Like
Yeah,
you're
I'll
talking,
be behind if you're like
like.
scrolling and stuff like that. I won't
Hmm.
be. I'll switch it.
So no, because I can
No,
see
it's
I'm
not a
watching
problem.
on YouTube. So okay,
Oh,
watch. I'm
see?
scrolling now. I'm scrolling
Yes,
now, but I'll tell you, I'm watching YouTube.
you're.
Yeah,
I can see
YouTube is
Elvis
like
Fields right there.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, watch. So you see them, but I'll tell you, I'm going to scroll back to the other one, but I'll tell you how far
Yeah, it's like
behind the
10
YouTube
seconds
is.
behind. I think
So
it's like
ready?
10 seconds. Uh-huh.
Okay, don't say anything. I'm going to count. Okay,
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom! It took 6 seconds to show up on YouTube. That move I just made. So
I think you
yeah, if I'm
counted
trying
right.
to, hmm?
I think you count. I think we need an official timer.
Oh, whatever. I should do the Mississippi. One Mississippi, because that's actually really close. One
Is it?
Mississippi, two Mississippi. Yeah,
Yeah,
if
you
you
were
sit,
there then. Yeah, yeah.
we'll do that again later.
Thank you,
You see,
Nicole.
yes. Hmm.
Sorry.
No, no,
She
don't.
was
Sorry.
listening yesterday.
Oh
Remember
yeah, she
yesterday I
was.
made a comment like, "Hey, you know, people won't tell you a lot, but when there's something wrong with the audio, they will let you know.
Right. Except, and so if you, my first live stream, I really should have noticed when I asked everybody. So there's 30 people there. I ask them if they can hear me. Yet I don't look for the answer. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it was your first live stream. Trying
right,
to figure things out.
I can hear myself through yours a bit, but it's okay.
Oh, let me turn it. Let me get out of it. Okay, how about now?
I don't think so because I think I don't hear it now, so it's good.
Okay.
This is some interesting stuff, eh? But I mean, that's what I was trying to say was the quality of these screenshots. Like, the shittiest phone, even the one we were having trouble reading was Brad Holder's Facebook
Mm-hmm.
post. How like what a smartphone in this world would take a screenshot this blurry? And so why are this? Because they're
So
scanning it and
yeah,
one
it's because I think it's on a PDF,
right.
so it's not like an image file. So that's I think why it's
Even worse,
yeah.
they scanned it on and it loses quality getting it into the
Mm-hmm.
PDF. But is
And then they probably who knows, they could have this could be like a copy, so like they scanned it, they made it a PDF, and then they handed a copy, like a color copy, so then now you got
somebody
like
else scanned it?
yeah, so it's now it's like been touched what 3 times, you know what I mean,
Well,
it's
you
been
can tell
converted
it
3 times.
because look at this fold. It's been folded, but the whole page looks like it's been folded, not just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
green
this
part.
is
Like,
the physical piece of paper.
look at
Yeah.
look at here. The fold goes right off the edges too. So hmm.
They folded the it's funny.
There's a fold in every one.
Huh. You know what that kind of looks like? A book. You know how when you bind a book,
Hmm.
doesn't that kind of look like that? Like the stitches?
Could be like the rings from a binder book.
No, no, like that this was like in a hardcover book.
So that would be opened. Could be anything, but for whatever reason, that's definitely a fold of some type
Wait,
for whatever.
yeah, but I think they're all even.
Right. It's the exact same spot.
Yeah, like those
Oh,
imprints are
here's
like in the same location in every.
oh,
Do you know what I'm
good
saying?
point.
So like this
Right,
was
right.
like in
Yeah,
a book or
yeah.
something.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Hmm.
Why would you put in a
Well,
oh,
where
maybe that's how they
look,
have the oh, you know what it is? That's probably how they keep their volumes, right?
hmm.
And they were like, "Oh fuck, we got to take this out." Oh, excuse my language. We got to
No,
take
that's
this
okay.
out now. Let me just now I got, you know what I mean? Like they had it was like an afterthought.
But they're not the exact same though.
No? Okay.
No, because look at this one here. I'll stay here for a second so everyone. This one here, I'm going to go around it with my thing. Watch this one versus the next one I go to, and I'm going to the next one, and it looks different to me because the other one was up higher, and also this looks different. It looks like a little splatter, but this one is different for sure because it has more stuff. But there's something up with this.
What does the chat think?
Oh, I forgot all about them. That was just you and I here. The chat thinks it does look like that, Peggy. And Nicole, I'm dying to see. I guess they're talking about other stuff too.
Hmm.
Me and my baby child are about to start watching the final season of Stranger Things soon.
Ooh,
Ooh, I did enjoy the first few seasons of Stranger Things.
I
Did you
did
guys?
too.
I like even the one where they went to the 80s and dude was running around in his Camaro, the Billy or something. The Billy, the
I only
brother.
seen the first two, I think. Like one of them was like that whole reservoir or quarry thing.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah,
that's the last one I watched. Which one
that
is
might
that?
be
The
a
second?
season two.
Yeah.
because of season 3 or 4, I forget which one, guys. Where Billy is in the 80s and he's got a Camaro and he's got like a mullet. He's the cool, hot guy, and he ends up getting the Googa Gorg thingamajigger, gets inside him, and he's kind of turns into one of them. I forget exactly, but anyways, it was really good.
Have you watched You?
No, no.
I know that that season came out like maybe a couple months ago, the newest one, but like I'm kind of over it. It's just weird.
What's it about? Good?
It's like about like this serial killer,
Hmm.
and he like locks people in this like glass room or whatever.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
but like he's likable too in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe I'm just
Right, right.
crazy.
Oh, did you ever see the season American Horror Story? There was a guy, one of the seasons where they were in the asylum. The doctor was actually near the end. He was the killer guy, the young guy. Did you ever
No,
see American Horror Story?
I
Oh, okay.
seen the just I think I seen only one season with where they were at the hospital.
Asylum?
Yeah, I think I seen
Yeah.
that
So
one.
the guy who was trying to help her out in the hospital, the guy, he was on Star Wars too, or Star Trek.
Mm.
I forget his name. The guy. Type in chat, guys. Um, he ended up saving her from the asylum, but then when he got her home, he got her in his basement, and he was one of
Oh,
those
he was?
serial killers.
No.
Yeah, he was nice to her the whole season. Near the end,
Uh,
he gets her out of the hospital because she was locked up and she wasn't supposed to be there, but she was locked up and kind of held there. I forget it
okay.
all, but turns out he had her strapped in the basement, and he had one of those rooms where he had her on a bed, but he could also lock her in the middle of the room, and all he had all these tools around like a butcher and stuff hanging from the it was really creepy.
Maybe I didn't watch the whole thing then.
Oh, if you don't
Because there
remember
is
that
there
part,
only
yeah.
one where they're in the hospital?
Well, there's one
Because
whole
like the
season.
script, yeah, yeah. But it like they change. It's like the same cast, right? Or almost, but they're in
Oh,
different.
oh, were they in a hospital like with white suits and stuff? Like a hospital or an asylum? Because there was
I don't
two, I think.
remember.
If they were wearing like white, like nurses wearing pure white, that's a different season. Because the
Okay.
asylum one was like an asylum, like with you know dirty old clothes, and it wasn't nothing. They were in a hospital. It was like an asylum, an insane asylum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That was
I think I
season
watched the
2.
hospital one then.
That might have been a different, yeah, because each year they had a different one,
Mm.
like a different premise the whole year. Each season is different, but with the same people, same actors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, so do you guys see Sasquatch here in this photo? This is crazy, eh? That's
Okay, so
crazy, eh?
my binding theory is not working. Look at that, like that's right in the middle of this. Like, why would you cut off half of the picture?
No, but it is though. It is because it's in the same spot because there's 2 pictures. It's a double.
Oh,
So yeah, it's in the same spot. It's definitely in the exact same spot as all the other ones.
that's so weird.
Because
Like,
this
seemed like there was like a string hanging or something to the left.
mhm. We're gonna actually stumble on something and solve this case differently. You watch. Just talking dumb shit like this.
Well, remember Baldwin said that when he dropped these exhibits off and they were
W-
in a binder. So I wonder maybe, oh, you know what? It was probably one of those clamp ones. Do you know what I'm saying?
So yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you would you don't make a hole, but you like clamp it together.
Wow.
That's
So
probably what.
would you fold all these pages? Would they be inside each other like a book?
Yes, it would be.
'Cause-
It's like a book, but it's like metal usually. Maybe the newer ones are probably plastic, but you like put it all together and you close clamp it together. That's kind
Right.
of
But if you put a bunch of pages together and clamped it, it wouldn't. This seems like a nice fine fold. Like each page was individually folded and clamped individually. That's a perfect
well,
line here.
if you think about it, right? If there's like a metal piece there and you're,
Mhm.
reading through things and you want to keep it
Ah,
from folding down, you're going to kind of like use some force there to like keep
mhm.
it in place. Do you know what I mean? Like a
So
book?
so you think each one of these maybe has their own little metal clamp and they're all in there or something.
No,
Anyways.
no. Anyway, it doesn't
Hmm.
matter. Okay, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
no, no, no.
I'm
I mean, I love
distracting.
talking. No, it's not distract. Yeah, it is. I mean, but it is very that line. It's been folded tight, so I can't picture if you have 20 pages together how you can get this tight line. Like each one has to be individually clamped down, in my opinion. But
Right, but if
because,
you're turning the pages, right?
hmm
If you're turning the pages and you want to hold your spot, you're going to put some pressure with
oh,
your hand
oh,
and it's going to, you know,
oh,
cause
shit! I didn't.
that, I think. I don't know.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I did that again. So we
We
got to
could,
remember not to. I kind of showed Julie Melvin again.
oh,
Um,
yeah,
I will
it's,
never ever do that. So that's on page 130, Exhibit 88, Julie
uh-huh.
Melvin's info. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry I scanned through it. I mean, I guess it's out there by now, but they
Yeah.
doxed Julie. And I remember I even watched that day, and Julie and Amy from KSX were upset, rightfully so, because they got all these redacted stuff, and then Julie Melvin gets doxed. I'm sorry, Julie, if we ever, because I mean, I'm sure she's changed her number by now. Yeah,
What
that's
is
messed up. I
that?
hope that looks like Eminem.
Oh, yeah.
Brad Holder's songs. So Facebook.
No, that,
So all
yeah.
all of these are that guy Boucher probably screenshotting and taking anything Brad posted. Ooh, anything Brad posted in those first few months, that guy thought was weird. So he screenshot everything and sent it into Ferenczi at the
Mm,
Odin FBI field office,
right.
because that's where
Good
Ferenczi
point.
was before he. So he listens to. Oh, that's Brantley Gilbert. I thought it was Eminem. Bottoms Up by Brantley Gilbert.
I like that song.
Alf. Do you know this one? The second one? Alpha Dahiri Hadi
No.
80 from Hellzung. And First Kill by Ammon Amarth. Ammon Amarth. Hmm. See, that's interesting. There's a lot of redactions, eh?
Yeah.
And Westfall, that's got to be Westfall, right? Or is it Holder? It's Holder posting it, but this doesn't look, this looks like Westfall to me. Yeah, that has to be Westfall
You
because
put
he's looking down.
Hebe to sleep.
Is Abby gone to sleep? I should be paying. Good night, Heather. If you have good night.
Good night, Heather.
Um,
She's such a
there's only
sweetheart.
10 people watching, so anytime you want to go, let me know. I'll shut
Okay.
this down. I'm still having a bit of
You're
fun, but
fine. You're doing good.
oh, I am. I'm super fine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw the YouTube short.
The which one? What did you see?
Oh my gosh.
Which
What
one?
was it
Oh, my
like those
chickens.
bird what were they like birds? Everybody's top
Chickens.
of was chickens. Like
Chickens.
chicken
Yeah,
heads.
those are my fan club. That's chicks. Those are my chicks chasing me. And there is one weird looking guy. The one at the back has like a big hairdo. The chicken,
Is it a
but
rooster?
I'm not even sure. It looks like some kind of bird or maybe some kind of, I don't even really know. But he had lots of hair, like, for a chicken. But yeah. I saw that on Dana Rotting Jewels channel and I asked her if I could use it. And she said yes. So I downloaded it and put it on. She totally approved me using it. Because I thought, oh my God, I want to start my dumb YouTube career off. I want people, when they come to my homepage, I wanted that to play. So
There you go.
if you have it, if you come to my page, that automatically plays. So I thought it was funny.
It is funny.
Um, Facial identification reference sheet, death investigation. Hmm. Elizabeth, the witness was Elizabeth Blair. So what is this?
Let me
Do you
see.
recognize all this stuff, or is this?
I'm trying to get back there.
Oh, if you can't see, it says facial identification reference sheet. It looks like something that's autopsy related, not. Yeah, it says death investigation 2/17/2017.
That's weird. I'm seeing that.
Oh, it's about this witness. The next,
Oh, this
it's
is the
about the
sketch. This is
the.
the sketch. Yeah.
And there's
Uh-huh.
another thing. Like we all know what this looks like. This is puffy haired young guy, but it looks you can't even see it.
I think this might be a little bit different. I don't know. Like I
Puffy
think
haired
this might
guy.
be like the rough draft before you like fill in, like the
However, they
yeah.
scanned this in, they're losing so much because look at the. You can't even read this. It says something
Mhm.
here. And I joked maybe they were running out of ink because you know what they did to redact it. They probably put it through a process to redact it and print over stuff, or I don't know. And they're losing like poofy haired guy. I've never seen his hair look this clear. Can't even see him.
Mm. What's up with his nostrils? They're uneven.
Yeah, what's going on, dude? Oh, because we don't see. That's the left one. The right one, that's underneath. They're not. So that's his nostril, and the one nostril we don't see the shadow. I bet
Oh, why is there two dots?
that could be just his top lip. Something it's catching something on his top lip.
That one looks like it looks like nervous emoji.
Oh yeah. It's terrible. Redaction. Betsy Blair, full of spelling and grammar mistakes. Betsy said that she had been should be shown the video from the Who's Your Har this store with an I by someone from ISP.
Freaking Liggett. It looks
So
like
picture
Liggett
that.
typed that narrative. Look at
Yeah,
it said
yeah. And again, I always joke. It's like it's one thing if they're on the side of the road and they're like pressured and they have a time restraint, but he's sitting there at his computer doing this, and taking his sweet old time, and he can't add an N. Like if I were doing something official, I go over this to make sure
uh-huh.
there's no
Or
grammatical,
copy and paste it in a Word document and do a spell check and then overwrite it.
right,
You know what's
right.
weird about this? I just thought is that the fact that this is not like from Orion. Why isn't this in Orion?
Oh, mm, good point. So this is just a Carroll County. Oh, so maybe
And
this
it's
is
marked as
him
an
sitting there.
incident. Look at that incident
So
number
right. So
17. Uh-huh.
when was it? No, go on.
So look at this, incident 170091. What is that? 5 or S03, right?
Mhm.
And then to the left, the narrative was in 2019.
Right. So this is her coming back in 2 years later on
Mm-hmm.
March 7th and telling him stuff. So he is actually probably sitting there with her doing an incident report. So I changed my um, thing. So she's actually come in and he's sitting there and he's not trying to do proper grammar
Okay,
and
this is
worrying
telling
about
though.
spelling.
Look at this. They have a date, an occurrence date for this incident, right?
Hmm.
It to and from the same date, right? That they, February 13th, right? But there's no time. Wouldn't you want to see what time that she had
Hey,
seen
good
this
catch.
vehicle?
Yeah.
Like they didn't
Yeah.
know.
Well, why not?
Holy crap, they didn't know. At
Good
this
catch. Yeah, because
time, hmm
Liggett only knows the time he's sitting there now. He doesn't know what time she says she saw it. Good point.
is this okay? So this April 1st, 2019. When was this before or after the 2019 change of direction? When was the 2019 change of direction? Does anyone know?
You know what? This is it right here, because if you look at it, it says the report date, he's probably, so, oh, you know what this is? This isn't her coming in. This is his narrative. It says narrative by Tony Liggett. So this is how he recalled it, because I guess maybe they couldn't find it or didn't have it. So she came in at this date, January, February, March 7th, and talked about the stuff that happened on February 13th, 2017. So she came in. So he remembered she came in March 7th, 2019 at 11:30. Now his narrative is it. He's recalling it a month, almost a month, under almost 3 weeks
Yeah,
later on
you're
April
right.
1st. So it's like another trust me, bro. This is how he recalls how it went here on the reported date, as she's talking about something that happened 2 years earlier.
Yep.
So it's hearsay upon
We
hearsay
waited
upon
a
his.
month to type this up, or
Wow.
almost a month
Wow. What?
on
How?
April Fool's Day.
Mm-hmm. On April Fool's Day. You got us, Tony. Hardy, hardy, hard. Tony Liggett. You're a joker. Mhm.
But can we go back? When was the change of direction? I think this is
What do you mean?
important, and the reason why I want to figure this
Oh,
out is because the change of direction. They brought up the vehicle. What was the vehicle parked at the CPS?
so
So
when you
was
mean
it
change of direction in the court case, when they said they changed,
no? In 2019, there was a
yes.
press conference, and that's when Doug Carter went up, and they, I guess, maybe gave a little, like, I think that's where the guys part came in, like they added guys down the hill, and they asked about the vehicles that were parked at the CPS building. And this
Yeah.
is
Wow.
this is related to this somehow. So I'm curious to know, like, so if this happened after the change of direction presser conference, then
Oh,
do you know
I
do
just,
you know what I'm saying? Like, or
yes.
before.
Yes. And I just spotted something new. The top says juvenile. Betsy Blair's not a juvenile.
No, but I think that's related to the incident. Like the incident 17, that's
Of,
probably their file number, their case number
oh, because
in their
it's two
system.
juveniles that
Yeah.
were murdered.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a yes. So yeah, they want to make sure that it has different, because they're young. Yes. Hmm. But I see what you're saying. Yeah. We got to look back, and so because I've looked at this a few times and I never really thought. It's good that we're looking at it again, because you pointed that the report date, he remembers when she came in, but he doesn't remember what she said. He remembers what she said, but he doesn't remember when she said it. She said it.
Well, yeah, not only
Was,
that too, but like why don't they know the time there of when she reported seeing this vehicle?
well, yeah, it should be that, because they didn't have. Ooh, damn, you're busting these guys, because yeah, they didn't have the timeline down, because they probably just kind of figured that out
They
around
didn't,
the time of court.
because they said, I think, in this conference 12 to 5.
Hmm.
So if they
Oh, at this.
knew the time, the time of death, and the
Hmm.
time that these vehicles, or the vehicle was there from Betsy's original statement, right? They would have put that there. What time she, seen this vehicle. So it's telling about the investigation, because like that's like, you 101, you figure out, you do a timeline, right? And you figure out where everyone was at what time. And look at this is 2 years later, almost. Well, actually after, and you don't know what time this vehicle was parked there two
Yeah,
years
it's two
later.
years and 2 years and 2 months, and it's just Tony's recollection, Tony's narrative, how he remembers the 1 month earlier. what she came and told him in 1 month earlier. So he's waiting a month, or March 7th to April 1st is, say, over 3 weeks, around 3.5 weeks. He's waited to write this all down,
I'm
to put his
Googling it.
So what is that? Why would we need his narrative? Why don't we have her? Maybe we do. Don't we have her report from that date? Like, why do we need Tony's narrative? Unless we do. So that's something I'm going to look into, because I don't want to be talking on my butt, because
Okay. April 22nd, April 22nd, 2019.
Mhm.
There's a post from Fox 59 News, and it shows the sketch of the young bridge guy. So April 22nd. So, and let me look at the dates of this report again.
well, it's April 1st.
But she came in like a month prior.
On March 7th,
Almost
2019,
almost 2 months.
at exactly
Well, a month and a
11:30.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so crazy. So I'm sure they must have. Are they saying they lost her first report date too?
That's where
Because
I'm
this
going
is
with
his,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's look. I'm going to write that down in my little to do. Check up on Tony's narrative recollection of Betsy Blair. His recollection of her recollection.
Okay. And then also, when was the FBI told to get off the case? Because I've always heard that the FBI retrieved the video from the Hoosier Harvest store camera.
Yeah.
So I bet you this is when they probably got the video from them, when they asked them to turn over all the stuff.
And sent them packing.
Yeah.
So it's another thing where it's like Betsy said that she had been shown the video from the, but why do we have Betsy saying that too? And this is just another follow up of that, or are they saying we don't have her report date and this is just what we remember from it? Because it's just like with every piece of evidence. Betsy said, well, let's just read what Betsy said, not what you say she said, because then they change it. Just like Richard Allen's first statement later on, they say, "Oh, I don't have it, but here's what I remember he said." It's like they can put words in his mouth. They can change just a little bit of the inflection,
Mm-hmm.
change what they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to say. So that's
Why
exactly
don't
like
they
Michael
have a
Osbrick always
recording of
says.
this conversation?
Right, right. Everything's lost. Yeah. Michael Osbrick always says, um, every piece of evidence passes through a state employee's mouth. Wallace, um,
Mm-hmm.
his Richard Allen's supposed confessions. She doesn't, she says he says this. She says he says it this way, you know. And now Liggett is saying Betsy said that she had been shown the video from the Hoosier Harbor store. So he's saying, trust me, full of grammatical mistakes and spelling errors. And I'm supposed to trust this joker who can't use proper grammar or punctuation.
Right, but you know what? The defense could have asked her when she was on the stand about this
Hmm.
incident, and you would have
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
that information directly from her
That's another thing.
mouth.
Maybe they do have this and we're just picking apart something.
Who has this? What do you mean?
Like maybe this is just like maybe we do have her report date, do we? And because that would make this moot. Like, who cares what he says if we really had her report date from March 7th, 2019 at 11:30? But if they don't have that and they're just saying a month later, trust us, this is what she said when she came in 2 years later.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think they usually ask people to write out a
Mm,
statement. So most, police reports and incident reports, just like you were saying, is the officer documenting their observations. So this is a narrative, right? So
mhm.
it's not
Well, wait,
like,
wait, wait. This is Tony's narrative, but when Betsy came in at 3/7/2019, there should be an official report just like this, but for her.
no, this is
No.
the report. Incident number
Mm-mm, no.
is tied to
This
the,
is it's
okay.
this is listen. Um, okay, if I'm wrong, tell me, but this is a month. So Betsy came in on March 7th, 2019, and gave a report at 11:30. Now,
Okay, wait.
uh,
Can you define what you mean by gave a report? Let's
like
make sure we're
like
talking the same thing.
a witness statement, a report.
Okay.
She came
Okay.
in and she told him that Beth at the time,
Mm-hmm.
he's saying that she said all this stuff. So there must be a report from March 7th. And
Not if they
but I get
recorded it and then they went back
li-
and typed up a
right,
narrative on it.
because then why would we need a narrative of it a month later if they still had that?
If they had
So
the
they must
video.
not
So
have it.
like what I heard them say before, and this was their stupid excuse, right? Is that they would take the recordings, right? And then write a report.
Mhm.
So whether it was like an interrogation or an interview, you know, back in the day, right? Which doesn't even make sense because if you were actually doing that, even with 1 month, you wouldn't have like 3 months worth of shit loss, right? But anyway, like they were saying that they were using the recordings to then go in and type their narrative or the recount of what that person said. So what I'm saying
Oh,
is this could be that, like he could have went back to the
yep,
video a
yep.
month later and then typed this out.
Well, I'm okay with Tony's narrative as long as they still have the report from her official report. But if they say they've lost this, so first of all, we could say hi to Fishy. Hey, Fishy.
Hey, fishy.
And secondly, she asked, why does it say juvenile at top? Like we had noticed, but the juvenile at top is most likely because um, Abby and Libby were juveniles, and this is a juvenile investigation. So, but also Fishy, Peggy noticed. Check this out. Um, so Tony Liggett, it's Betsy Blair came in on March 7th at 11:30, and she's giving her recollection of 2 years earlier, but they don't have a time for it. It occurred from two, so they don't know when says she saw the car shown on the video. Oh no, she's even talking about the day it happened.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm saying. Like they should have the
mhm,
time of when
right.
she, you know what I
So
mean?
when do we think it was? When did we would know if we went back through her statements, right? But it is odd that they don't have the time here.
So fishy said, is that the second page to it?
Oh yes, yeah, the first one's redacted. Yeah, good point. See, Fishy, you're a smart girl. Because yeah, it's like they redacted all this, excluded from public access, right? And then you can tell it kind of this is like a continuation the first
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
but didn't. Oh, I wonder if there's a page number. That's a good thank you, Fishy. Good point.
Yeah, that's
The
a really
narrative
good observation. Yeah,
printed on
3 of 3.
page three
What
of
is it?
five. Page 3 of 5.
Wait, can you go up
So
1 second?
yeah,
Up
yeah,
one
it's at
more.
three of
Wait,
five.
down. I know. I want to look at the date it was printed on the left-hand side.
Oh, 4/17. That seems to be before the day he took this. No. Didn't we see 4? Oh, no, you were talking about it was right before the presser thing. Remember
So
what
this
was
was
that date?
printed 4/17, right? And the presser
Mhm.
date
4/20 something
is,
you said.
did I? Let me click
I'm
on
pretty
this again.
sure.
4/22.
Right.
So 3 days before the presser.
And so this is 3 of 5. So I guess this is page 4. This what it is. So so we only have page 3 of 5. We're missing 1, 2, 4, and 5, right? So this is page 3 of 5. Where's the rest of this? Because they just move on to sketches. So where's the rest of Tony's narrative? It looks like pages 1 and 2 are redacted because this carries on into it. So 1 and 2 are redacted. Then we get to here and we're at page 3 of 5. It was printed just before the presser, 5 days ahead. And then it just goes into this. If this is page 4, talking about a sketch, which I don't think it is, of Tony's narrative, then this is page 5 would be redacted. So we'll never know if that.
You know what it might be?
Hmm.
It might be because like let's read that narrative again.
Mhm.
Because it does speak of showing her pictures.
Oh,
Like
okay.
she
Well,
couldn't see
I'll
it
read it.
through the video, like the quality of the video was
Yep, yep.
bad, and
Let's do this. I'll read it. Good point. So Betsy said that she had been shown the video from the Hoosier Harvest store by someone from ISP. He said that it was hard to see the vehicles on the video. She thought it might be her looking at the still pictures that could be zoomed in on. She thought it might help. Okay, her looking at the still pictures that could be zoomed in on. Betsy looked at the pictures and picked a vehicle that we have identified as belonging to David McCain. Betsy said that was the closest similar in style with the angles she was remembering.
how much do you want to bet that one of these pages is the vehicle that she picked out that was David
Wow,
McCain's?
that's crazy. That is, I know, I've read that a few times and never picked up on it. She thought it might help her if she looked at the still pictures that could be zoomed in on. So she looked at the one black car photo we have and said it looked like Dave McCain's car.
No, no, no. I
Oh,
think we might be saying the same thing. But what I think they did is like just like you said, they printed out all the different vehicles and zoomed in. But what she's doing is going based on her memory of the vehicle she's seen at the CPS building. So it may not be the black vehicle. Do you understand what
right,
I'm saying?
right. So
It may
she's
not
saying she
be
saw a
the
car.
alleged Richard Allen vehicle. It may be.
Ooh, good point, dude. Listen, if they believe that that really is Richard Allen's car on that picture of Hoosier Harvest Store, the vehicle she saw was another car. She didn't see that one. They're saying,
Yes.
and like you had said, if the car was backed in like they said it was, and he had a zoom camera and he was getting all creepy, he would be able to watch the trail. If it were McCain, not who we think it, they say it was, if it were McCain, he would use that telephoto zoom lens to see girls or potential. mm,
Mm-hmm.
this is just a theory. I'm not alleging anything. He would be perfectly angled at that trailhead where people either go in from the one way or go in off of, they cross over that Freedom Bridge and they walk down. And then, other than the part where the girls came in, once you get in that little area, you're kind of trapped in there.
Okay, here's the next question. If
Mhm.
what we suspect is true, that she picked a vehicle and the police know it was David McCain's vehicle, right?
Yeah.
What would be the basis of excluding that information legally based on, the statutes? What would be why would you omit that
All right.
as an exhibit? It's part of an exhibit here.
Yeah.
Like if
It
we,
should be
yeah.
amongst the cars that they think it might be.
And you know what is excluded is like BMV, like motor vehicle information.
Right.
So I wonder if they ran like his, figured out what vehicle is his, right? They can go into the system and like, okay, David McCain has, these vehicles registered to him. and it might be like a report of that, and that could be excluded.
Yeah, especially since they know it's David McCain. It's not like they're just looking for any old black vehicle. If you're looking for, you can look up David McCain and see what vehicles he has registered. And as if they're
Exactly.
not doing that, they're doing that. They're doing that on their neighbors. They're doing that. Their friends are calling them and say, "Hey, this guy cut me off. Can you look?" I mean, they're abusing that system like crazy. So to think they're not at trial to say that, "Oh, we didn't look up Richard's car in the DMV," like as if that's not the first thing they did. Like it's ridiculous to me because they use that. They have it in their computers. They have it
Well,
all.
we know they did that because even Dan Doolin, who's a DNR officer, went into the BMV system and printed Richard Allen's driver's license.
Right.
That's
But
like
remember at
exhibit
trial,
like 228 or 229 or something like that.
when they busted Mullins saying there was only one of them or something, he didn't know there was one in the whole town. He
But
didn't know it
they
was only one because he never checked or something. The jury caught them.
no, they did that. I think they really did do that.
Oh,
And
I do too.
because it doesn't fit what Betsy Blair said, they're, you know, not
And another thing
not going to
with
include that
Fishy,
information in their file. Where's all the vehicles that they showed Betsy Blair? Do you know there has to be more than one because she was like pointing out which she saw.
right? Let me just address Fishy. So Betsy came forth after the presser? No, Betsy came forth March 7th, which is almost 2 months before or a month and a half before. So what
Hmm.
this is it's a juvenile investigation and it's Tony Liggett's narrative. So on April 1st, he remembers it's his narrative of what Betsy Blair came in on this date at this time and said about the original date and times that they don't have. So Betsy Blair came in on March 7th, 2019 at 11:30. And I don't know where all that report is or tape or recording, but seems as though 3.5 weeks later, just before that presser, Liggett needs to put out a narrative that's redacted all the fuck. So
And
this is Liggett's narrative on April
uh,
1st of what he remembers Betsy Blair came back and said on March 7th at 11:30 a.m. She said about the juveniles that were murdered on the investigation of February 13th, 2017.
and then they printed it out 3 days
Mhm.
before the presser conference. So
Yeah,
like they were in a real rush, weren't they? Can you
yeah,
see
yeah.
like the rush to get new information out to the public?
Well, narratives. Look at narratives are written all over this too. It's a huge narrative here, narrative date, the narrative by. So that's the narrative. Yeah, they want to get this narrative out, so they're rushing because they're thinking days before. They think, "Oh, let's just say what we can say what she said," but they
Could be
better
the
have this
15
report.
days.
Hmm. But did they ever tell us this? So what would be the rush?
I know. I'm just like seeing like from the investigate, like they were really a rush to solve it. To me, if you had real credible information, which we know that hindsight's 2020, right? But like we know
Well,
they don't have, you know what I mean? But like even if they believe that this was similar to what David McCain drives, like you would think that they would be doing a press conference like within days of this.
well, they did do. Well, they did do a press. So he
Like
found
I'm
this
talking about
out.
like the next day. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Right, right, right. Yeah, because the press conference was on the 22nd. Ooh, I'm going to look back and see if it's a Friday or because we got Fishy all excited here. She's like, dude, was it McCain who did it? Yeah, this is great. I like this. So I'm going to look back to January, February, March, April 17th of 2019 in my Apple calendar.
Oh my
All the way back
gosh.
to see
It's
what.
another
Ooh,
binder.
what?
Look at the holes on the side.
Oh, yeah. Good eye, Peggy. Jeepers. Yeah, this is it's a photo, it's copies of papers. 3-ring. This was in a 3-ring binder. So he took it out to scan it. No fold marks, though. So I'm going to check. I'm down in the 1980s, so I got to get back up to, that went fast. Holy crap. I'm in 1990,
Yeah, this had to have
2000.
McCain's vehicle information for them to be able to exclude it from public access.
Okay, so I'm in April of 2019. So April 17th was a Wednesday. They waited 18th and 19th were Fridays. This Friday was Good Friday here in Canada. Sorry. I don't know when your Good Friday is. Or do you
I
guys
think we
have
have
Good
the same
Friday?
calendar. I think we have the same,
No,
like,
because I have USA and Canada holidays. I would see when your Good
no,
Friday
I
is.
mean like, like Easter's different for like Orthodox. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying like the Easter would be the same day for you as for us.
Well, Easter of 2019 was the 22nd. So they did that presser on Easter Day, Easter Monday.
Another
Was
religious um
wow. That presser was. You think they would do it on a? Oh, yeah, yeah.
but
In
do you understand
USA,
what I'm saying? Like
hmm,
okay, the whole shack thing, Easter.
right? Yeah. Well, what is that? What does the shack have to do? I missed that because of the
Yeah.
religious stuff.
It's just like there's like these little like breadcrumbs. I think they were trying to speak to the killer's conscience. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what would your family say? And then they, what would people closest to you think? The talking points. And then they mentioned The Shack, which is like a movie with, it's like a religious movie. And
But
then they do this presser on Easter.
and and he doesn't talk about this, his narrative. Why don't we find out Tony's narrative that what I guess they didn't think it's important to say that a witness saw a car that she thought belonged to David McCain.
Well, I mean, it could be hold back. But I
Yeah, I
think
guess
like
so
the
because
fact that they said, but this is the thing, the fact that they said 12 to 5, right? And there's no time on here of when she's seen this vehicle, to me speaks that they had no idea what time that vehicle was there. So what, did they not look at Betsy Blair's Fitbit data that they presented in court? They should know what time based on her
yeah,
loops and all that.
well, yeah, yeah,
So, okay, so I remember this. So Betsy Blair said when I think it was in her deposition, that she was asked about her Fitbit data. And I think it was handed over. I don't know. I think it was handed over before 2019.
right.
I could be
That's a
wrong.
great point because if they have her the GPS, if she says I saw him when I was right here, they'll know within the seconds if they look at the GPS data. Because if she says she saw the car when she was coming, like where she was approximately standing, they'll be able to line it up with the Fitbit data to get almost the exact time.
Yeah. And they could have said it didn't have to have that window for 5 hours. They could have said, 1 o'clock or whatever time. I think she came back from her loop at 1:45, 1:45. I mean, from the library, 1:45, and she was done at 2:15. So it
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
be
even
like
that,
even if it was like 1:30 to 2:30. Now you're narrowing it down for an hour.
right? Yeah, because but they should be able to get within at least a half an hour by having that, like, because this is all about when she saw that vehicle, so she
Right.
knows where she was. Yeah, should be able to get it within 5 minutes, I'd say. But
I mean,
even
God,
if we give them an
this
hour,
is 2 years after the murders. 2 years.
mm,
They.
yeah,
What the frick were they doing? I mean, and keep in mind, this is not just like a regular witness. This is the woman who's seen a guy on the bridge, right? Like what? Within how many minutes before Libby and Abby arrived?
I don't know,
I think it was
10 or
like,
15,
yeah, because she remembers she passes them
right?
on her way to the Freedom or to do her final lap or whatever. So are they like? It seems like they didn't talk to her again until 2019,
Right. Or it's that because she was trying to tell them stuff and they weren't listening to her.
right?
They didn't remember. She had to keep kind of coming back and saying about the sketches and that, insisting that the first one they had was the one that she saw. And they were going with, so it's like they only take from her what they wanted. Yet if
For
she comes in,
trial.
every,
But she was
yeah,
incredible. Yeah, she was incredible, obviously, for enough to. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm just like
no,
aggravated right now.
you didn't cut me off.
Um, yeah, I mean, she was like, seems like she was pushed to the side for 2 years, and still they didn't, what they didn't
Well,
like invest that much. They didn't give her that much, like what is the word? Credence? Is that the word
yeah,
I'm looking
credence,
for?
credit, yeah, credence,
Yeah,
credit,
they didn't give her enough credit to like even use the sketch, right?
right.
The original, like the person that she saw on the bridge.
But that's weird because you think about it, they should, like, if she's like you said, if she's credible, then all of her everything she witnessed is credible, not just the parts you want. Just like Richard Allen's confessions, if they're credible confessions, they all are credible. The ones then it's credible
Yeah,
that he shot the girls. It's credible that he, SA'd,
yeah,
all the other things he said about his grand or something that he doesn't even have. He said something about grandchildren.
yeah. Good point. This is crazy to me. I'm
Mm,
sorry. This is just,
cool. Do you want to go on?
yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah. We can go on. I'm sorry. I'm like
no,
fixated on
no,
this.
no. I love it. I mean, I we're finding things out. How about we just see if we can find anything else out about this tip? Like
Hmm.
keep on this narrative, but kind of so all the things we've noticed here is crazy. And so we were talking about she thought it might help her looking at the still pictures that he could be zoomed in on. Betsy looked. So these are his pictures, right? So where are they? The pictures that could be zoomed in on. At the still pictures that could be zoomed in on. She thought it might help her looking at the still pictures. Oh, so they're not McCain's pictures because I kind of associated his zoom lens with this, but that's wrong of me.
Yeah, no, I think this is the pictures that they captured like on like a screenshot of the video, and then they enlarged it for her to then it's kind of like a lineup in a way, like a car lineup. Like supplement the vehicles and pretend like this is the person from a video.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what? I just picked up on something. So Betsy looked at the pictures and picked a vehicle that we have identified belong. So where's the pictures of his vehicle? Because
That's what I'm
she
saying. Yeah.
they're agreeing that she saw. So the pictures she was looking at weren't the ones they have showed us, because they're saying that's Richard Allen's vehicle. So it can't be that photo. Any of those photos. They
Right.
must have other photos.
Exactly. It's like a lineup. So what they did is they probably knew what vehicles were passing by based on the witnesses that came forward, right? And they probably went through the DMV and be like, okay, what are what's David McCain's vehicle? What is Kelsey's vehicle? What is Betsy Blair's vehicle? Right? Like they're gonna know all the
Yeah.
vehicles, right? And then they
But
probably
they didn't
took
tell
all the
her.
vehicles. Yeah, they didn't tell her which one and be like, okay, which one of these look
Hmm.
similar to the car or the vehicle that you saw at the CPS? And what she's saying is like she picked David McCain's. Like she didn't know it was David McCain's, right? Like she was just looking like a lineup, like you would do with a suspect, right? Who's the person you've seen? And it's a bunch of people there, right? But this is the same thing, but it's with vehicles. And she picked out David McCain's vehicle. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Like where are the other pictures that they
That they
showed
showed
Betsy
her.
Blair,
Hmm.
and why are they excluded from this public access? Because if it's just a vehicle, there's no confidential information. Like just like they showed, Betsy's vehicle at trial, that's an exhibit, right? Betsy Blair's
Hmm.
vehicle, um, Kelsey's vehicle's there, Sarah Carbow's vehicle's there, right? They're all exhibits that were presented at trial, right? They're exhibits. So where is David McCain's vehicle? Why did he get special treatment? Why are they excluding that from public access?
Yeah. Another thing I'll add is, so this is Tony's narrative. You can tell he's pushing a good narrative, because if Betsy looked at the pictures and picked the vehicle that we have as belonging to David McCain's, then that defaults to Betsy also looked at Richard Allen's vehicle and said it wasn't the vehicle she saw.
Yes. Yeah.
So where's that? Why doesn't he remember that part? Because that's basically what she said, I'm sure.
Well,
If
I mean, you
she
got to
looked at
keep in
this
mind
one,
this is written in 2019. They don't know supposedly who Richard Allen is, right? So
well, right,
I think they
right,
should have included
right,
all
right,
the
true,
vehicles in
right,
that so we know what vehicles she looked at. But
good point.
obviously, she did not see Richard Allen. Like she didn't pick out Richard Allen's vehicle.
Okay, so they should word it as she doesn't think it's the vehicle we think it is.
No, I don't even think they
Is it?
knew what vehicle it was because they said
Uh,
12 to 5. You know what I mean? They don't even know what time at this point,
so
you know?
so when do you think they put together that that black vehicle was Richard Allen's that they say
I'm
is?
thinking that probably existed all this time.
But they didn't know who it belonged to. The guy who
Yeah.
came and talked to them, the one that's the only one that's in that whole county, the one that's parked 1 mile away, and in front of CVS every day, which is right near their headquarters.
Oh yeah. Well, they didn't know what vehicle. They didn't know like from that aspect. Like let's just pretend
Hmm.
they knew the timeline, right? That they actually investigated and talked to Bree Wilbur and Rayleigh Voorhees, and they knew exactly what time that they saw Bridge Guy, and then they could put it within an hour, radius or whatever you want to call it, right? Let's just pretend that happened. um, they would have included that photo. It would have been in the, whatever Betsy was shown. And if they knew that was a, Ford Focus, what is it, 5 or S or whatever it's called, they would identify that. They would have said to the whole world, we are, anyone knows who owns a Ford Focus. We believe this is the vehicle, but they can't identify that vehicle based on the quality of that image. So they did not know they were looking for that vehicle, which this right here totally proves that because she didn't even pick out that vehicle.
Right. She picked out
So then
McCain's
all of a
vehicle.
sudden, like what oh, I'm trying not to swear so much. I'm
No, go
sorry.
crazy. Yeah, I can't get any worse for me. There's only 7 people watching. Say what you want.
So all of a sudden they find this tip, right? Which is not
Hmm.
the person that they believe or thought, Betsy Blair picked out, right? And they find this person and they're like, oh, he has a black car. Well, for one, I don't even know if that's a black car, to tell you the truth. That could be a freaking red car. based on,
Ooh,
quality of that
another good
image and
point,
everything.
Peggy. Wow, another good point. Let me just jump in quickly. What color is McCain's car? It must be black if they're telling her to look at it. And is it this one or this one? It has to be black. But go on. Sorry.
No, I'm thinking that they told them if they were smart, which they're not, but you would, if you thought 12 to 5, you would show her every vehicle between 12 and 5.
Right. Now, another good point Fishy makes is it could have, because Betsy made a few laps. So she may not remember exactly which lap it was she saw, but hopefully she would remember the location. So it could be, she said, first, second, or third lap. So that would make a difference, right? Because if she said, I was assuming that if it's one big lap and she said, I saw this vehicle when I was standing here, then we would know. But she's
Mm-hmm.
been in that, if she's done 3 laps, she's been in that
Mm-hmm.
same spot 3 times. So
Exactly.
again, so Liggett should know from that location on the first lap, forget the second lap, and the end would be the third lap where she saw it. So yeah, that should round it down to like an hour or something, right?
Just like that's a good point. Just like I believe that Betsy, like they made those girls being on the rail bridge, like the Rayleigh Voorhees and Bree Wilbur and the 4 girls, right? Like they said that Betsy saw those 4 girls when she returned from the library. I don't believe like what that says. It doesn't say that.
Hmm.
Like it doesn't say that in like the PCA, like what exactly lap, you know what I mean? Like they just
Hmm.
they just kind of, because like that's important because that those girls being on the rail bridge, right? It means that they were leaving after they took the photo, and that was right around the time that Libby was arriving to the trails because Libby had messaged what Voorhees, and it said, "Hey, are you still at the trails?" Like it all
Yeah.
ties together, like all of this. So like she could have seen those girls on the bridge when she was leaving, like for good at 2:15. Because remember, Voorhees writes 2:15 on the exhibit as the time that she's seen Bridge Guy, which does not match what Wilbur said.
Now, you know what I feel dumb not asking? What did they constitute as a lap for her? What was it? Her going down the trail out
Yeah,
towards Harvester and back up and around and
so that is in her deposition, she does go into
Mhm.
details and she even maps it out, and which is
do
also
you
an exhibit that was entered into trial, like
do
her
you
her
remember?
mapping. Hmm?
Do you remember?
What the okay, yeah, it's so she got, so like let's say she's exiting her vehicle, right?
Mhm.
So she goes left towards the bridge, stops at the rail. What is it? The guard thing. What do you call it? Um what is it?
The f-
The metal post. Let's just call it that for now because I
oh, that
can't think of it.
at the yeah, that used to be
Barricade,
there. Yes.
barricade. Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
she stops at the barricade, right? And then she goes to where the trail, I want to call it like trail connector where it splits, right? And then she goes down the 505, but not all the way, like halfway. Goes back up, so she's now at the trail split. She's at the trail split, and then she goes
Mhm.
to the Freedom Bridge. Then she walks back. Like that's her lap.
Oh, so it's not yeah, it's not a lap. She's kind of going there and back.
Yeah, like a cross in a way. So she's going
Right.
left
Right.
towards the
Path.
barricade, then
Mhm.
towards the Freedom Bridge, but then turns left down the 505, comes up to the 505, gets in the middle, right? The trail split, and then goes left to the Freedom Bridge.
Now on her way back, does she go back or does she just go straight along the pathway? So that would make it a little bit more of a lap or letter P.
No, then she goes back, and then I think she does walk back towards the parking lot, comes back, goes in and repeats. it's like a whole
Right.
yeah.
So it's basically, if she does it 3 times, so we can call it a lap. So why
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Liggett, and if Liggett knows where she was where she saw him, he must have known. So that would be the first time. Forget the second lap, and then it occurred from the first lap to the third lap is when it could have been in
Right.
between then, because she saw him.
Exactly.
She was in that same spot 3 times. So, and she knows where she was when she saw him. So if we just go by, if we're not sure, if we just hypothesize, it would have the first lap, she was here at, say, this time, forget the second lap, and the third lap, she was here at this time. So it has to be between that.
Right. Well, even better, they know, like, supposedly she goes to the library, right? And then
Hmm.
that's where she sees the vehicle when so not only did she see the girls on the rail bridge, right? She sees this vehicle upon return to the Mears lot. So she doesn't see this vehicle when she's going to the library. She's seeing this vehicle on her way back from the library. So they would know this because she's obviously not exercising, right? So when she gets out of the car and starts doing her final lap, that is right around the time that she sees the vehicle. So they would know, like, within a 15-minute radius, like variance, excuse me, of or variant, when she saw that vehicle. So why is it 12 to 5 when they went out and said, "Hey, we're looking for this vehicle between 12 and 5?"
Exactly. Yes. Man. Oh, and Fishy made a good point again. Fishy, the one who got all excited, but then said goodnight, but didn't leave. I'm glad you stayed. I hope you're still here. She said, did he have a tripod? Because all that talk with the tripod, and now he's
Yeah,
got a
right.
camera. Is he the guy with a tripod?
You know what though? Like, I think that Libby has some type of stick in her hand.
Mm.
And
A
I'm
walking
wondering
stick,
if
yeah.
it's that whole, yeah, that or the selfie stick,
Yeah.
right? Like something
Oh,
that made those indentations into the
mm.
ground.
Oh, because yeah, I think if I were to ever walk like that, I would probably grab a coolest stick and use it as a walking stick when I'm out
Mm-hmm.
in like the woods like that. Even
Well, you know
two,
who
but
else
one is
used
good.
those walking stick?
Who
Richard Allen.
did he?
Yeah, there's like a picture. It may not be a walking stick, but he's holding something in his hand, and it
Oh,
looks. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, this
yeah.
is like maybe way before the murders. But there was something in his hand that looked like a walking stick.
Yeah. I don't remember, but I kind of, it would make sense because there was lots of photos of him. They went away on vacation and there was like a gondola, but it was like for hiking, like something they would use to get up a ski hill, but it was like summertime. I remember they
Oh,
had
that was
photos of
at
his vacation or
Gatlinburg.
something.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
But also, if people are professional like hikers or walkers, they would bring ski poles because those are perfect.
Yeah, that's kind of more like what it looked like. Yes. But like the photo that I'm referring to is like him supposedly on the trail, and he has like these sunglasses on, and he looks kind of weird. Like, it's just like a weird picture, to tell you the truth. I'm not saying there's anything nefarious about it, but it kind of like doesn't look like him in a way. But anyway, he's holding something that does look like a ski pole. It looks kind of like flexible. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right, right. Yeah, no. Ski poles are flexible because they're
Yeah.
fiberglass. They're not salt. But I mean, yeah, I would always grab a pole. But I was thinking more of the tripod for, remember the rumor of the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
um
yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
at the scene. It's
Yep.
another weird thing with that rumor. Um, I'd watched that show Elementary with it's a modern take on Sherlock Holmes, and one of the serial killers in that, he used to use a tripod type of device that they would use for hanging up deers to skin them in
Mm-hmm.
out when there's no trees around. There would be a tripod, and it would be like a metal cable, and he would hang the people upside down, and he would then murder them, and their whole blood
Oh
would
my
go be out on the
gosh.
floor, and he would leave, and then I forget what he did. He didn't leave the tripod. I don't believe he took it with him, or
Huh.
and they knew it was a tripod because the dots were there in the blood. So
Really?
I believe the body wasn't even there too. He would hang in their living room. He would hang them up,
What? Oh my
drain
God.
them of all their blood. And so when they got there, they knew the person was murdered because that amount of blood, they're obviously dead. Then he would take the tripod back down.
That's so weird. What is
Yeah.
this? Like what kind of movie is this? Like
Well, like,
a horror movie, right? Obviously.
well,
Like what is it
snuff
called?
too.
Oh, is
Snuff.
that the name of the movie, or are you actually watching a snuff?
No, 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 no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
kidding.
no,
I'm
no,
kidding.
no,
Kidding.
no, no.
Obviously.
It's a TV show, a TV series called Elementary. It's like it's on Amazon Prime or Disney. It's a
What?
modern take on Sherlock Holmes. So every show they solve a
Mm,
murder.
okay,
And
gotcha.
Lucy Liu's in it. The Lucy Liu from Charlie's Angels, the
Uh-huh.
Oriental girl. She's
Mm-hmm.
you know how there's Sherlock Holmes and he says, Watson, my dear Watson. She plays Watson in this. But anyways. Yeah, a tripod. Because there's that whole rumor of, a tripod would be for snuff or even just because they make them so people can hang the deers up because when you want to I forget what they call it, finish, like when they chop them up, the deers, they want to skin them and they have to hang them up and get all the blood out first before they take the meat. They finish or dress them up, I think they call it,
Mm. But what
and they
is
do
it
that with
like? So the tripod is like acting as an instrument in this.
it's to hang them upside down
But how
from.
can a tripod hold a
It's a
whole deer?
huge tripod, a huge tripod. I'm talking about one that looks um, like pool stick length poles. So the people, if they hang them from there, they wouldn't be touching the ground. A tripod. I don't remember that. I'll have to go back and watch.
Yeah, it must
But
be
he
pretty
hung.
heavy.
It was yes. Oh yeah. The poles looked to be 6 feet
Mm-hmm.
long, and I'm sure they
Mm-hmm.
probably extended, but it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like a tripod you would use for your cameras. It's a tripod to hang 300, 400-pound things upside down.
I imagine that would be pretty heavy to carry around.
But
Don't
not
you think?
really, though. If you have aluminum poles, there's only 3 of them, and if they extended, it wouldn't be that heavy, no.
Yeah, but they have to
Because
sustain the weight of the deer.
right, which could easily be done with aluminum. An aluminum pole is strong, and it had what cable wires between each one.
I don't know. When I
Like
hear aluminum, I don't see it that
aluminum
strong.
is stronger steel. It's just
No, it's
really light.
not.
Yes, it is. I
Yeah,
have an aluminum engine block. My engine block is aluminum.
but it's not the strongest steel.
Well, it depends on what type of
Like,
metals.
yeah.
But aluminum is used because it's strong. Even titanium is stronger, and
Yeah.
lighter, which makes it very expensive. So
Mm-hmm.
aluminum, they use aluminum for engine blocks. My 500 horsepower car has
Well,
an
I'm not saying
aluminum
it's not
engine
a
block.
strong steel. I'm just saying, like, I would think it would need to be heavy,
But
heavier
the thing,
aluminum.
no, but
It
that's
can't,
the
it's
reason
got to be solid
no, but
aluminum.
aluminum is light. That's the whole thing with it. A solid piece of aluminum is really light. That's the whole
No, I
catch with
mean, there's
aluminum.
aluminum bars and rods, and those are not that light.
Well, they would be hollow. I'm not even sure.
I don't think you can
But
use a hollow
what?
aluminum thing in this equation. I'm
Stop
just
it.
saying.
Stop it.
Okay, I'll stop. Okay, what else do we want to talk about? Like, okay, so you covered that. What else is on the next pages? Can you pull that up, please?
Well, yes. So we're moving on. So we've got all the page. So we get page 3. So 1 and 2 are redacted. 4 and 5 are missing.
Okay.
I'll zoom back out. Sorry.
Okay, so there's 2 pages missing after this thing, right? Yeah. 2 pages.
I'm guessing. We're only guessing because it says maybe they only included page 3 of 5. Or maybe they only included 1, 2, and 3, and they definitely redacted because this looks first time but didn't. So this is a carry-on of you'd assume pages 1 and 2 are here. So exhibit 104. We should go back and look at the index to see what page 144 exhibit says it is.
Oh,
me
on
do
the
that.
exclusion thing, the little
Well,
guy?
no, the index at the beginning has what it is.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
remember 144. I'll go back to page
Okay.
1 and
Okay.
see. Let's
Good
go type
idea.
1. So it was, here's the index here. So we were on page 144.
Mm-hmm.
What number was it again? Sorry. Shit.
It was
What was the
144 and
evidence?
it was page 3.
No, the evidence number. I'm going to go back.
144. That's the
No, the
number you told
evidence
me
number.
to.
No.
I know, but that's the number you
Yeah,
told me
that
to
was page
remember.
number. We probably should have remembered the evidence number too. 113. Ooh. Oh, 144, right?
Mm-hmm.
My bad. 1 second. 144. Okay. So, you sure? Wait, where was that tip thing? Here it goes. So it's on. So okay. So it's on page 146, and we're looking for what's on 145, 140 at exhibit 104, page 144. That's what's screwing us up. So I'll go back. So exhibit 104, page 144 on page 1. Exhibit 144,
Oh my God.
page
Just
104.
one number. Fish, are you still in here? No, I'm just kidding.
Page 144, sketch documentary. So we're missing facial identification reference, exhibit 1. Yeah, so sketch 104 is page 144. And the police report, that's not a police report on page 145. That's Tony's narrative. I guess they're calling that a police report.
Same thing, kind of. Yeah. I mean, I know what you're saying. It's different, but I think they're just calling
So
it
why don't we get to see this sketch then? That's on the previous page. Because it wasn't. No. Oh no. Sorry. Yeah. It was.
the previous page.
No,
That
the
was that
previous page is
wasn't that the
redacted.
faded sketch?
So I'll
Could
go
that
to it.
be it?
Page 144, 104. 144, 104. So page 144. Right. Oh, yeah. You're brings us to him. Yeah. 104. So why was I saying page 143? So page 140. So 145 is missing. So we're on 146. So page 145 and 140. Oh, it's not missing. Duh. Because I didn't see it there. Because it's such a bad print. So that's my mistake. So page 1 isn't redacted. It's page 2. So it's whatever's on the 145, which would probably be evidence marker 105, the one right after this. So we're looking for 145 in the index. 145 and 105. So we need page 145, exhibit 105. So we're missing this report because something's missing, no? Or they labeled it wrong because the sketch is 104, page 144. Then there's a blank page, right?
Get to it. Okay.
I'll go back.
No, like I can't. My browser is frozen. Like I can't.
Ooh.
So I
You know what?
clicked to look at the chat, and now I can't go back to look at what you're showing. So I had to go through YouTube. So if I'm echoing right now, I apologize.
That's okay.
Okay.
You know what? We
So
could carry this
105.
on because we're down to 5 people. So maybe we should finish this up and carry it on another day.
144.
Although I'm having
145.
fun, I just don't think the fans are.
Okay, so it's what it's missing, just like you said. So it goes from 145 to 147. So 146 is missing.
No, we have 140. That's Tony's Liggett's report is 146. Page 146 is Tony Liggett's narrative. Page
No, but
145 is
I think you have to subtract 2 because the first 2 pages of this is the actual like list.
oh
Do you know what I'm saying? So it goes from 145 and then there should be one blank page and then 147 is the sketch. So do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So go one before the sketch and see if that's the blank page.
one before the sketch of the. Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. So it's one page isn't one. It could be one exhibit. Could be more than one page.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
why the numbers. Yeah, my fault. Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so it's the blank page. So like one. Okay, all right.
Well, no. Before, no, no. There's no blanks. Well, there's one way before it, page 141. But before the sketch,
All right.
no, it's after the sketch.
Can you go to the page we were just looking at and then skip 2 pages
Which one of?
of the narrative that we were looking
Oh,
at,
okay,
the
okay.
Liggett.
So
Hmm.
I'm at the narrative,
Okay.
page 146. So I go back to.
No, no, no,
There's a.
no. So 146 is the Liggett narrative thing,
Mhm,
right?
mhm. Yeah,
Okay, and then the next one, which would be a blank page
after or before?
after.
No. Oh, no, because that's where a sketch is. That's where BG is. It's page 147, exhibit 106. The following page is not
Okay,
blank,
okay. So we're not missing a redaction then, because it should say restricted from public access. It should be that blank page.
but there's one before that says it. It's between the sketch of poofy haired guy, exhibit 104 is poofy haired guy on page 144. Then on page 145 is redacted. It says excluded from public access. Page 145 is redacted. And then there's 146, which is Liggett's report. Hmm. Well, you know what? This is a good place to leave off because
Yeah, I think
my
so
brain's kind of
too. My
melted.
head's
So,
spinning too, and I'm gonna go to bed. But yeah,
but
this is
yeah,
interesting. I'm gonna take a
awesome.
look at this tomorrow or today
Me too. Yeah,
and
maybe we'll
look at
do a whole
this.
nother live when we're fresh again if nobody else is on. I'll be the. I'll be like what is that called when like I'll be the backup of to the backup of the backup. So if people that we want to watch don't go live and somebody else doesn't go live, then eventually you'll get to me and I'll go live for us all.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah,
And
sounds good.
uh, Unindicted just came back. So good night, Unindicted. Good night, Nicole. Good night, Fishy, if you're still here. Good night, Sunflower, if you're still here. And I believe that's it. If you want to say your good nights, go ahead.
Oh, that would be me. Good night.
Good night,
You can
everyone.
tell how tired I am.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, good night,
Well, thank you for
everyone, and
coming on.
thank you to
Oh,
everyone in the replay. Good night.
yes. Oh, good night. Bye, guys. See you later.